It's a blessed Monday morning. Good morning to you across the country. And most especially those of you in the national capital.
Silent them, yes, silent them. They don't know how I made it. Oh, you have answered my prayers.
And tuning into your baby once again. And then you Juada November Boshominota Tosu Edu. 2025, the year of our Lord. It's a wonderful Monday morning. Welcome back from the weekend. I don't pay you the accident, once again, His answered our prayers. He's granted us the gift of life. He's shown us mercy. His love has been abundant upon our lives. I don't pay once again. We are more than energetic. And on behalf of my team, to 95.1 on your FM, Nsempa Jumedie Esuni. And to stay with us, Risabria, because he said, non do ever more. There was some Ghana home, yet the Ghana home and come on. Said so mommy said now what you on my mo akoma body sika ye be she na afia ebe no yet bi aye hwehwe ni nyina kama no na what you mo to some for the be come rashe bedwem na yet me edi hon komo ye wada enti free na eko nyina no ye ne wo ebedi hon komo na afi yet me ahwe se any money to say Snitch hotels, Piensa, one more. There was shares a woman. Set ye Casano paying or still one more pill beer. What this is Cabela Besses our hotels. I don't pay Nina and a home commodia, but with himself last year. Come away, Pijay. Now, Uncle Siaga said you're down, you're yellow. As a country, you can't be brady a jar to her. I don't pay you the home commo, it's answer. Some common as I baby. To stay with us, not anyone in Congo. Don't see a cassia boy, a supplement. I don't see a year Fabio was the better house. The one cratcher Monsema Hodo, any a good year Monsemni, no ever. Yet, some cassia the member. Fayene, Abidja Fonso, Antanas, Yedin Command of me. We need a Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. Show is produced by Nana Kwame Appiah and the rest of the team. I don't pay Mamuna, Chick, Mamuna, Kwama. Don't see about my young Facasia Bono and Fansom. Good morning, Ghana, and you're most welcome on board.
95.1. Yeah, Ginemo Hokai.
Adis mama no zia boy magana adis yenyina da achen esan emama kwa ba adibonu ya 95.1 FM so central for yakwanwan emu ensam yatase ne service pani ko nyina na nyansafom ede abrasa mu fom omo so nyadaje si nkunya so ne so kroje ne editie ena no pa yesi nkete krache agensam no yebe nyina de ma ohye no so ene na wotwofofra kwambese yi atom eje watabiri sum de afro de ha bebo se pamo a yenu akotwa wisi ahwe santemo odimu adansi trodo ntie mu no nya atiem ase do wasda na emu nsam bebre hyene so ewia na yebo nsam nyina atofa na afia to de pim o online.com ko ma brofkase mu emfuni ta wono akenkan bia betiase na anopai ensam pi na kase no edimu akotene na ene amrase bedwofie wombebo moden a akọ asetra na afia no tutufo bedwoku enso asi nkonwa na afi chief justice ya mampanyini John Dramani mama boni di nei wombekọ akọtrotro nano na domkuwa amrase bedwofie de nsem atodwa ede afa ho a emu amenebo wo beti na yebekọ ye afigya kwa abre nofo mensini mu onom enei no empanyini de nsem aba betodwa titiri woni a ewo ye pampatia ne nempeso aso edei chese wo manya school befu bia emu ensem wo mo ede aba betudwa pa na yebekotwa piase timamufo so ne yeftu sam akode mo so momode a na ahunudie hu sam ya na enokrom se de be anima nyina so betimi akoyi kwan be ne yafa so agya kata sha ne proye betimi afa so na agya yakon atia na afiro man kronkro ga ne mu nsam anopa yi be e de ma wonsam na doso epi eka yewu na sabre masi nkonwa be de be som se anopa no sia brem kase hye no so midi ene instrapa osaw buatu afei ensam nchiremu epa Abisia fei yanshan samana sia no pe na yenya ne kete wese emfama odwane Facebook no so ensam ne nyina ho pempron ade no Lois Adam agya wede toto so kakra na fe yekoye ni mu a na dom kuma amra se bedwofie de sema ba betwudwa kyese eneyi se fie wura ma me fani fie de ana kyese nei empanyin kwa kosi nkomia na fe ano tutufo bedwoku wo ma bomode na wo panyin po bafo bone ne yabodin se Chief Justice nomni empanyin kosi nkomia na fe ya toto na no ahwe se eniyema nyina betimi akoyi na yedi ntumi dia hye ne nsase Chief Justice na enumu no na adom kuma amra se bedwofie de sema twdwase we de wom prene mprecha sanse ade no won babia dan won fa anto no ma free talk na kura wo kwaso na ja wo hine property banyu aso we kina bo so yi gina ntenti bisase na kuromu ehodwo wom de atodwa kyese wo panyini kura no ensensem bi after no ho a wom esu saja sansem yi no ya ade a wo hwe enano na maame gatu tokono a kyese nei no ya twene to akonwa de nsem betu dwa kyese won tene ho ase se sa akonwa ye krim de afiri to ne de kwabra ne ba besi so nenum na dom kuma no de ba betu dwa kyese de akwa akobayi no ensem na ase wom nya nwiye sanse ba Ghana se ja niema nyina akoyi ntima me ye twene to akonwa wo krim nsem no twa abosompo de kwa kwadan manfo amanone amahu nsem enwiye enso nei wom ese wo panyini Justice bafo bone wom modern na ja wom tena be nwa so ne atotona no dia dom kuma no dia todwa kyese wom ti ase ba bi enye yi a wom de wom nsem atodwa
himself. I dare submit that the man who is going to be nominated himself is conflicted. He is in conflict. How can you, who knows that that office, the occupant, is being denied her human rights, and you are supposed to empanel, you are refusing to empanel, yet this house should bless you with the benefit of vetting. We've been threatened by the chief whip of the majority that vetting will happen with all his might. We are not dealing with might. That vetting will not happen.
Only FM 95.1.
Abisia wei ayadom kuma no ba no deni wo mrase bedwafie na wori sansem we tudwa tim se na de wom se efre wi ntu a kremo betu na yire nso a ene epae a ba kosre so ene begu ntie na ye hwani mo ede ni edi sansem ye chi se wo panyini Paul bafo bone ama panyini John Dramani mama boni ni se Chief Justice nei anotutufo bedwako kosi nkonwa toto na no wom be se betimi abaso ntini besi bia no chief ye ma wono aso ensi na yentu fa se kodi ebrise mo otu ani se mo jabunu na gya yenko ye ni mo na ensam no yemfa bi MP so na pampatia eno ewo afigya kwabere na ofo ne mansi ni mo ne nei no woni o mo aseda rompoma si edu no mo de bo apan yi titiru woni yankasa wo mo aban krache panyini a wono ebutu wono mo empeso aso panyini Jackson Aguma wono na wode aso akobofo mo se sinit classroom brogo ene ebesi ni bafua apentu hyen na suafo akotem na wo mo akosua ade a na aban krache panyini chirimu a ene na aban kra sika na ekrado enchi no ode afso ebebofo mo se suku dan yensin fo mo sanso obekọ na se school fo bebre na tete nkwankwan nuase amene bi fimfan ba ho teburu mienu esu ana se nkoda aboso se ma na wo ma akwan ne ene nyame asia ba behwe mo a wo mu ekyerese nyame ayadom ni ma nyina akoyi na ba kra chepanyini Emmanuel Jackson ene nsomwe na apieso
Ghana or sign ashisheni the reset agenda no na ya sha asia ye hye oman no eyi oman penia tena se ehuni se aban ba na aban kwa etoda dwumadi a aban dadaa bɛyɛɛ no sɛ aban foforɔ ba na ne ntoasoɔ akɔyɛ boakye bidin nti no afei sika ɔmanpanyin ma assembly biara no wɔyi mu wɔ ha abupɛn aduo no 20% sɛ aban dadaa no dwumadie bi a wɔbɛdi yɛ wɔnwie biara no yɛmfa ntoaso a ɛnyi sika a ɛda fo na adeɛ a mɛsrɛ fi no nanom so nkyɛn ɛne sɛ yɛdeɛ nkrataa mu no biribiara da yɛyɛ biribiara awie sikasɛm nyinaa nso no biribiara nso so ɛwɔ hɔ na mmom mu na kurom a mote ya mu na kurom agyapadeɛ no ɛyɛ mo dea mɛsrɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛntu yɛn ho nso si hɔ no na bra no yɛnkɔ site nkɔhu sɛ dwumadie na contractor ne yɛ no ɛkɔ so kama
abusua wei ɛne nsɛm a aban krakye panyini owura Emmanuel Jackson a wɔno na opie mu afigya kwa abere no ofo a wɔyɛ aban krakye panyin no ɛde atu dwa na kyerɛ sɛ emu da utrodo na contractor ya dwumadie no so ɛhyɛ ne nsa yɛ opanyini Elvis nyantachi na wɔkyerɛ sɛ bɛyɛ bosumi bɛyɛ sɛ nsia nkyɛmɔ deɛ wɔhyɛ bɔkete so bɛwie na afei ɔdan ne nyinaa ɛde amatemamufo na nneɛma nyinaa nso akɔyie
nti ayɛ adum sɛ mama kuro nyinaa sɛ bi onyankopɔn bɔ ne biasa school ma kuro mu ada nti na nanom ne nanamo ɛne wɔ paasefo nyinaa obi anya tuwura no ma na to mo sɛ akadwe yate denne honorable DC share mo sɛ o me bosumi nsia ɛsi wi da na deɛ meka ne sɛ the best excel venture saa bosumi nsia no mpo ka sɛ nyame no nyam sɛ ennim ɛnam sɛ skade da wonti no bosumi nsia na wɔka yɛ ka sɛ nyame no nyam sɛ ennu saa bosumi kuro wi ɛbɛfa no school aba mu school
Eji na che se wo panyini Elvis nyantachi wo no ye contract ye de contract ya ma no ne bohye enu ahye se wo tie nwumu ana ema ne tu akira atadwe eni atede ne atadwe eni atede ne a che se wo mo ebo panyini ba so wo mo so nyame esia ba behwe wo na wo ne ye wo ye pompetia ne mpeso aso no wo no so anya school bafua emu enchi mu no na enu achi afi otufo brempo hene nana opoku oware katechi wo no e de asedaro pomasi du so de mampanyini se nwumadi nti sɛ ye wo ma hwe animu akwan a na kokɔ kwan wie na sɛ wɔkɔto wie a na sɛ ne bibia to atwa enti wo mo hwe animu sɛ wo mo wie a na afei mo hu sɛ ne ampanyini kan no bɔhyɛ no abamu ampa
zone sɛ suwo pampatia ɛsɛ pinti ni person ba ɔnante no aba zone di ɔnabɔ ne ti sɛ ɔne ne mpanifo ɛne president yakopɔn hyira mo zone ɛne mi ko mai da hyira mo zone mo yɛ damase zone na menim sɛ ɛnoma bebree na mede ato w'anim zone na menim sɛ broni ka menim sɛ one after the other
OUFM 95.1
menim sɛ deɛ aka deɛ wobɛyi ama mede to
abusua ni ayechi yi ɛyɛ wotumfo brempɔhene nana wopuku warekatichi na wode ensam etudwa na yentwa wutew na yento enkra emra seda brampomasi do aseda no wodren yetabire na agya Kwa Research and Manufacturing Company Limited womo na yede aseda no ema sakasi womo etabire de bom kokrumuti wo kanyina womo atwia de mente ba no sa no am womo ekutennuro atwetwo wuro miensa womo eti eboyen Kwa Misa Kwa MT Misa na fe Kwa Plus Misa ni nyina eyenu ahoro a woni abusua ni nya bi na afei mo memene ebeboa na afei ade awodo ekotwi kɔ brema besuam ni nyina no etu atwa yetonkra edi amawon mo aba
Bidin some defi kwa edwumakuo nkyɛn ɛma mo yɛde Kwa mixture baaye muji to mu kama afei yɛde foforɔ aba Kwa Plus mixture ɛna Kwa MT mixture Kwa mixture ɛboa ama onipadua nya hoɔden no na Kwa Plus mixture nso ɛboa immune system fa Kwa mixture ɛne Kwa Plus mixture fa boa apɔmuden so yɛde malaria dros atahwe so the din de Kwa mixture Kwa Plus mixture and Kwa MT mixture enye ma pemfo e ma mo ma kola no fo ene kola o mu di mfie du hwe se why test I chese o malaria mo wani bi e wo mu ansa na wa fa Kwa MT mixture o bedudu tuwa fre Kwa edumeku no e wo 0244 726611 ana 059 165 5778 FDA
IGFM 95.1
Ghana, you ready ada? Onia 95.1. Yes, my home subio. That's right. This time around, you will go way back into time. DJ, Mama scratching back home here to be the Get your dancing shoes ready. Power shut up, Papa B. Your Afro hairstyle, no. Se galanti bi na benyo. Se bass bi na be show. Get ready for this action. Onia throwback party. Ebaso 21st November 2025. Ewa Atomic Junction, Bayview Village, Hona. Onia throwback party. Aya big, aya mega, it's coming live. Mamadia, this time around, DJ. Who may say? Artists on the bill. Samini, Kofinti, Ophoria Ponsa. I said tickets here, 200 Ghana cedis. Upa tickets, and also person G table. I would do again as here. Dial star 928 star 12 star 2 hash. Anna, any other enquiries in Cheche Mubio Yebiano, friend 0243 868184. Anna 0546 063747. Nabuku for VVIP table. Brania Kakaya on your throwback party. Say kutu. Say back to the left and right. Lift your hand. Move to the left and right. Move to the left and right. I'm waiting to be one. Oh, yeah, what's on the board? What did you want
Onua FM 95.1.
Abusua fe yensan emu akwa aba na no pa no zia brim kase we Nsempa so na gya yentwetwe na asra ne ba se yentro so na gya yenkwa enimu a ensompi na edimu akote na yetufa na yakopie mu ewo amansie central na twapiase na temamufo ho no mafutu so mu akode ma omo so momhoden a ade ba kwa sabriche so mani nyina ni da so se montem oni petem nyina beti se nwan na bare se bia efi dukuru ade hye no ya na emfaso bibiribi na enhyada eniso sansane no woman no eyidi esi wo se memende bia edi busumi bia enimu kan no eno eyade wo se timbomoden na honedi wunsemo etimi ekoyie na enumo no na mpanyi atwetwura akosi nkonwa abankra chepanyini Emmanuel wopin ne kasaye mu no enwo kyese wo besre se de wonmo ababe ya prapra monte so atete monte so na futu semu a wo san edita to se mampanyini ewoi ade ba ko asabri kyese wo hwe animu ansa gan ba bia beti se wan inchi ya na ya wonmo so ede wo ho atimom no na wopanyi ma no opin no ya bankra chepanyini ewa mansie central ede nsema ba beto dwa kyese wonmo mommoden a woni e wotwa fiase ne petrol mo no wo mommoden na emonte so na wo mapraprai ento asoda
ayo ye ne kuma no aka bom ne school fo ne ade aye adwuma kama ama yate emonte so kaka afa ya ma kuma ne nyina ani age anya no nko a ye de cleaning equipment and implements be bring so ebaye prapra brooms ya de prapra ye abel die bi ya de bibre o me abel makoma 50 ya abel mo wheelbarrow mienu ya abel mo dustbins and waste bins akese mienu ya de rigs 10 aka ho ene ne wa bebre ene dokodoko ne biscuit ne ade so a omo be clean exercise no omo de be ebe form ni mo kakra de nyina abel omo na de tie de wheelbarrow ne cleaning equipment ni ade na ba no aye say National Sanitation Day bia said the can enye one day event every month ye be na ye dey show man for to say en ma na nye da no nko a but time bia be ma honidi ehia ye enti just anema we ma wo mo a time bia be so mo organize no mo clear no mo tin so no e wo ma mo na o mo le
Abusua we wo panyini Emmanuel Opin wo no abankra chepanyini wo amansie central na environmental health and sanitation officer wa Mansia Central ho my opinion Dennis Aziomi ne kase mo no en watch say wom guso keka ne manyina esiani say de be ya sanitation day foforo be san ba no na enkonko ba say na bia ewumo na wom keka ne manyina esiani say de be ya nya duru so a na ne papra ya enie ye pa se ngura enie ye pa de edi ngura beguma enie na so ma bobo pa atwem say de be ya temamfo nyina so de wom ebeji mu
say yeah, this is about there was 7 area councils. And say every month be rotating so that at least every area council don't my pa I be say like you. And I do my deal no and do chapter area council so and you buy so like the sanitation day I clear mountain one. Appiah my say first yeah say omamu ton duane no omu de ya mamu kwans because say mo ya mamu kwans ometimi aton aduane anti wo hwa aduane for do na omu okumwanti omu nyina o ma ya aduane a omu 20 amankofo come ho you did ya everyone no continue say we enti thing as can be enti na mountain ya MP the next something there be ya we no ye be so ya no papa nje be say wo ye bian kra na say so wo ton bian I say so fa to no ye we are by 8 we go best party by 8
95.1
exercise until we by 8 na obetimi akoton bian
we opanyini Dennis Ezumi wono environmental health and affairs sanitation officer ewa mansie central ni mu a wode ne nsam atwedwa na busua yankwa ni mu na afei nsam no yemfa bi MP so mfama no pa no nsia bedem kase ewo no 95.1 FM so yensam padwumadie so ne nsam no ja ye kenkan ni nyina ede ema wo no na ye kɔ apuema ntemo na Eastern Regional Air Security Liaison fui ede nsam aba betwedwa HSN manim ya de ne wo ne pa and a woman edi to grass and say mpayin say timufo timu a wuraka afo abeti ade ede ye ona sa nyoya ye de ye de tosum prenu piaso shimu a adwatiam ush ansa na kwabrane ehunsen ho de wo ye wu prawo na omkasa ni nyina ne wone ya wom de ba beto dwa kyerese ye environmental protection agency for ne central for bi won man na so mo gbo adwuma ne ade se no koto so mo so kura wi achi bi ni ma prepra na ano ade ne ye pa na no na wom ede nsma ba beto dwa se miamia hudo bi ho no ade se no de wom de apio mani asese ye bom konkonkonko se jagada yenya ye wom de wom nti so dogo bi kura nu abenu agina ase amamo ayiko nu mo age so mo piafo na de akwa akoba ne se ne mabunu bebre na na wono so do mo ho agimo edi galai bi wa pomante mo ne nei wom chese ba bi akwabrane bi a sha wono etufo magudi emfa mra kwan so efren gadam se bi no wom de chese wom be chipa mo mayemo a ma hu sma ba be debre jopa na nei na ye operation team a na se liaison officers si na wom de wom sma ba be tudwa so bi a be di sa nyamra sem ne de obi nka se pudu nsi wo hye ya bo na fi obi ama ne se kan so kwa akopane dwo na fi hu sma ba be debre jo
na se ne ba ne se se security for koyo madwuma na empanfo bi ni nipa bi no mo ehihye emrebu ano ne mrante nam se o mu interest bi o mo wa o mo de say ensase ntino no makohye akire na nchene se mummo chenku mummo choboi na munko tunse eye security for no so na se no Eastern region ha de ye allow sa emasa de no enkoso enti ubia obi aba be she okutupa se mun kam humum na mun kotunhye eye security force no ya de security for no yenso no ya boaboa ya ho ye be hia mo paaye because ya krokro mo animu akasa animu aye bibia se fata se ye na se mo be kosoa na afedie mo di bibia to nchen na security for na president atu asi wo se ye meye adwuma mfa mo o man no koso no e mo nso na mo beto ahyede a ye ntina ho ma aba enna ho e makraman enkayen
enwechi womo asade afutu se mo nso de ato de ma nananom ahemfa womo ewo nkronkro ahodo so a se duru se bia babru bia di nsenseme na yayere ne pampe sa asra botwa ya na womso edi ne asembasi na ne ba enua wo fa asidie na nsam no mo ye triangular we na akwa bisi basa pa ne no na regional liaison officer yi asan edi of to se modie man na no matrankonwa no ese mo modie a na maburu bitimi keka mo bo mo adwuma ben na mo yo mo ilangade nyankopon abona sase mo na mo kwa wen eno ya de achese ya na ha dwene pa na bebre na techiri ne galai wo mu di ni kakrakra na wo mselangade sam no kura ne ade a wo mu chi
onua fe 95.1
na ye besre se nananom nso nyi o mu hu fi saadie mu because say no so ye nana na do hu kohyem na wo kohye kutupa di ntuo ni niema koma amanfo a security for no ye beba ye bechiw se na emra no eni wadi se ne se fata na omo dodo no nso de land gas eni estate developers mbi de land gas nsem enso wura ha ena om de atuo na se nana bi wo kra na okoye yi kakra bi a na ye di ntuo life ammunition na ye fire nkwa it has become one too many and we will not sit down and watch.
Every way a appointment mo a regional liaison officer ɛna wɔde afutu sɛm wɔde atodwa sɛ kon deɛ ɔmbɛko atugada no aseɛ na ba ne sɛ bia binom kɔdi nsɛnsɛm ne ayerɔ mpampe a yɛna ahemfo no yɛwɔ faase no na yɛnnuanom ne ahoni ɛno ne adeɛ a wɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmbɛte koraa nti ne wɔmo de saa nsɛm yi atodwa na yɛwiewie nsɛm no ɛdeɛ ma ɔde yɛkɔ akɔpiem ɛwɔ bɔkɔ wɔasiɛ no wɔatifi apue ma ntɛm na bankrakye panyini ɛyɛ ɔpanyini ɛyɛ James ɛyɛnwego ne kasa yi mu no ɛne de wagyina simpie ne apa so ɛde nneɛma ahodoɔ akɔma wɔne asɛbe mpɛdua sɛ wɔmadi dɛm ɛwɔ mo honam akɔa no bie no bɛyɛ sɛ ɔha ne aduanan baako 141 ɛna ɛne wɔn ɛde akɔ akɔma wɔn sɛ wɔn nye na wɔn fa nkɔnkɔbɔ adwuma ɛsan sɛ bebree naa ne wɔne a yɛana wɔn ɛtete nkwankyɛ yi wotwam woman 5 ɛne officer ɛna masa madam saa na nneɛma ahodoɔ a wɔn anya ebi no ebi ɛyɛ fridge bie afei machine de pam nneɛma ebi nso enya nea wɔn ebitimi ɛde anante de akɔkɔ miamia ahodoɔ bi na nneɛma nyinaa nso atimi akɔyie na no ɛna bankrakye panyini ɛde atodwa kyɛ sɛ nea yɛde ama wɔn yi ɛbɛboa paa na nneɛma nyinaa akɔyie na danda nyina mo akwankɔ badie mu nso no wɔn betimi ɛde abɔ adwuma ama nneɛma nyinaa nso asɔ ani ɛde ama wɔn.
That will be the least I will do as a district chief executive to interfere into the
Ebusua yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛnsa betimi aka ɛne no foforɔ na afei yɛde ama wɔ sɛdeɛ bankrakye panyini no akyiri mu no agyi wei abankrakye panyini runwafo James ɛyɛ ayamego ne nsɛm ɛna wɔde atodwa ɛkyɛ sɛ no betimi aboa na afei dwumadie bi a wɔn bedie no ɛno nso betimi asɔm asene na abrabɔ no nso etimi akɔyie die mɔm sanse no yɛ aban a wɔte benwa so nya de a wɔne asabe wɔn adi de mɔm honam akɔ ani bi ne yi wɔn yipemu kura ne me nyina betimi akɔyie de mɔm ne nneɛma ahodo a yɛde ama wɔn no ɛno ɛne ade a wɔsɛ wɔn timi ɛhwɛ so yie na ɛbɛboa wɔn mo sanse abrabɔ wei wobwa na so onye obi na so asene kakra eno na etimi ewie pewa eni wom de wom nsem ede atodwa na saa niema a wode ama wom kire se ya de a aban no wobekọ so aye nti wone a wom anya bie no wobesere pa se ntwam ye ehon mo afoforo san ba wom bebo modin na afi wom ede akwakoto aban no animo se won nso agya wom anya bie no na yesoso masene kakra kakra no so ya de betimi abo wom ne niema nyina so etimi akoyi a eno nso asan ede sansem we ede apeso ede ama won mo.
That will be the least I will do as a district chief executive to interfere into the funds of the disabilities. I think that is a crime. It is unacceptable, and it is the least anybody in a position of authority should think of doing. Because these are people who have various levels of disabilities and require the intervention of the government and every single person. And so as a district chief executive, I think that it is incumbent on me to rather provide them the support, the level of support that is required to let them be dignified and then find some sort of a good job to make life meaningful. And so I don't think that I would ever interfere in the usage of their funds or divert their funds for anything else. I think I'm rather even looking for more interventions, more other social interventions that would help elevate them from poverty and from the positions that are of miserable that many of them possibly are going through. So I would rather be in the position to help them.
We bankrakye panyini onunyanfo James wono ya bankrakye panyini boko wese eno ewo etifi epue mantem nimo na woti ne nkan na fe district social welfare na fe community development focal officer Robert Awizo ne kasa yi mo no eno chese wono so eja dwumadi a ede amano no wombebo moden na omamomani eku pa ne monitoring wombe monitor pa se niema hodo ede ama woni asabe woni edi dam yi wombehwe so na etimi abo adwuma kase ede ama won mo.
They will have 6 persons with disability who ask for decreases, and today they are being given the decreases. 6 asked for sewing machines, and today they are given their sewing machines. 3 made up of 3 males and 3 females. Then crutches and then white key, 30 and 20 respect. And how we get our beneficiaries? The whole district has a person with disability population of 3,985. Then out of this number, because of the huge number and the light nature of the district, in every year we have to sample a number out. Let's say we are targeting 40 persons with disabilities to support for this 2025. So we will ensure we issue 400 forms out to the associations and the non-members. Then they will come and pick the form, go and fill it, and bring the application forms back to the assembly.
Where district social welfare and community development focal officer Robert Arizo wono ewo eye boko west ni mpeso aso no de nsem atwedwa na busua ye gina we so na afi anopa no nsia brem kase ne nyina no ya twene break twu na ye de asi asada ne bi nkoma woni a ewo kase bodem mo mo adwuma pa ma ho ate se wan bibia dem trudo lois nso asada ne bi nkoma no se social media Facebook wodi en fa so na bibia nso etimi akoyi anopa star 439 hash cash out star 439 hash cash out bomodiana bo star 439 hash na select option number 3 ne juara 1000 wo mo che enti ni abatu bia no 5 Ghana cedis share so say juara sandia na 1000 no a na yenemu nti bia ni a na wanya botre esi hu nkonwa pa bisua medi ene insurapa buadu sorry a ye de faba so be bro na fe wi a na Mr. Speaker tena se na afi Nsempa dwumadi no amtum nkyene na ne manyina nso atimi akoyi madase ama moniti a adehye
Why you ready ada? On 95.1. Yes, my home studio. That's right. This time around, you will go way back into time. DJ Mama scratching back home to be Get your dancing shoes ready. Power shut up, Papabi. Your Afro hairstyle. No. Se galanti bi na benyo. Se bass bi na be show. Get ready for this action. On your throwback party. Ebaso 21st November 2025. Ewa Atomic Junction. Bayview Village Hona. On your throwback party. Aya big. Aya mega. It's coming live. Mamadia. This time around. DJ. Won't miss it. Artists on the bill. Samini. Kofinti. Ophoria Ponsa. Kai said tickets here 200 Ghana cedis. Open tickets. And also person G table. I will do again Asia. Dial star 928 star 12 star 2 hash. And any other enquiries in Cheche Mubi on Yebiano. Fred 0243 868184 and 0546 063747. Nabuku for VVIP table. Brani and Kakaya on your throwback party. Say kutu. Say
back to the left and right. Lift your hand. Move to the left and right. Move to the left and right. I'm winning to the world. Oh yeah, what's on the board? What they do on the board? So bigly one. Oh yeah, what's the luckiest? Luck is everywhere for everyone.
Happy birthday, Mintin Kakeko, Miniman Kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 Asayaba.
Afei mami chew kwan a obefo so nye un ticket for star 712 hash na di ehye no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo thelluckiestafrica.com se bia me community ticket no so na you lucky number
wobetumi so ama system na eyibi amount chere ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi posi 5,000 Ghana cedis wobetumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wo pese wutua enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tua na sa wo amanone dia for bank card tua
ticket ba ko ebo sika no ho empay ahanu 500 times where your massa your pay the community de benyanso betimi aye emohu edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck baby shawo hoso enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrate chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so
Tell Bedi Osini, now senior holding a human nipadia apomodin pa.
And now, Gentleman Dental Clinic, I didn't want so soon. I prepare and means to make thing common. Namasre Elbridge, as I say, CFA, the sounds so holding.
I am Paul, Gentleman Dental Clinic, I was soon at Chimay, Kumasi, and Accra. A teeth whitening, dental cleaning, a tooth extraction, and an implant. Say, we are not how gum and 2 credit out. The opposite gold and silver. I shall see. Changing a baby in arm. Chumay and 3 busy. No one to me. Clinic. No one we can see PR. Why are you free? Shoda could see movement and a pat 8 a.m. I could see 5 p.m. I see we have
a crowd over Wonungwasi 5 Junction near main station. The abandoned Kwabenya Soya Atomic Runabout opposite Unicorn Pharmacy. Prayer walk 0559 139 582 and now says 0549 906 588.
Dental Clinic will save a free when no matters to.
Welcome, away so low, Aquaba, bon arrivé. Welcome,
Nsempa, Nsempa.
Bon arrivé.
Only FM 95.1.
Nsempa.
Adiachio, Osro Muntie, Assassin Yaso. Abotra hene etnasio. Emremu PSA bonipim. Akrankran brempo wo bimfa benkum fa onifa. Wo prekese agya du kokko na nai. Wo pata okon agiku abammo. Me frefro so nyankoto frefrenso sreseso man ganafo se. Wasaje fu Dr. Kwame Kwame Appiah Kubi a wote na nkedurasefo. Wo koji amane yi. Osaje fu preko pe na ene. Your body frefredom epro man ye yo no man kan kwadia. Mr. Speaker, you mu enye ye. Abraham Samadu kata reba apia de se kronkron a wo so sisi kwabra foche na wo manta wo pataku awiem. Wo pankra kese na na wo na wo senia wo ntumi na wo de wo nankabo kesire. Wo kredian pon wo kron pataku nyankropo a wo che ososoro na asase na asintiaso ama de pachi. One my crun amagana kokobiam. Am one we see a woman be assassin kojima bayen. And we are singing a crowd. Ebe tie Nsempa. Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. Ajim kokobonia de saduaba wo tutu ojagu ama somrefa adwama ne Antonia Dabrene. Ah, na net nasio. Mr. Speaker, one kwaso. One console.
Good morning, Ghana. We sing another day. Praise the Lord. We want to give Him thanks and praise. God bless our homeland, Ghana, motherland. Faithful and together, surely we gonna build Ghana strong. Well, I'm calling on everybody to join me and say, hello, my brother. 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 Hello, my brother.
Imagine.
Yeah, no, Kwame.
You be fine.
Mr. Speaker, I don't. Na me bon abaso so say we are page we do the o kwan ade maka ho
me da say
because they say waji baby
me da say
na wa page airways no from my airways no akonani
the new standard is that ultimate na radio so na we chatro
me sorry no way me radio free one mo me no be ntaka wo fie
I see
95.1
everybody I am no man intimate so na say me nti ono pa bia na me ya yare
I see
o bo homodin
me ni si ase ne interview na manya Shetiane say when you na manfo didin bi ato yeso a enye ne na ekope Also, me friend me Jenna, me call so Janda.
Yes.
Also, your friend speaker, me who say wa parliament and assembly kuwa kuibida.
I see.
And the general ni speaker. And I see and
I don't play. Very brutal. Chairman, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Speaker.
Na empombo kodie.
Ya media change. I don't pay me pizza the OTH na so trade upon the Danasi. I do na. I am for na UTH no pay. Station ya ji baby ah.
Oza.
I say no.
I see.
Ya ji baby ah.
Tell what yeah that's it.
You see tempi da get back by na make can say. It shows that if we're able to lift it up to a certain level,
okay,
that tells you how nation can grow. The show is not a to there, and I'll pick a trade there. And then I have one from Kra.
Okay, yeah. And Doc, good morning.
Good morning, when you're
now, a bombo cordia.
Jacob, the can and match speaker.
Classroom boko.
Nsempa.
Nsempa. There's a mama choir.
I'm not going.
Okay.
You need the Amaquine. I am marking. Mumma, you need the Mumma.
Hanana issues ni na wono wo de ani je betene fi abeba no na wa hwe na just okay receipt. Doc, I don't blame me that say.
Mini Abema speaker, the only speaker in the political space in morning show. Think about it. I cannot be convinced otherwise.
We are from Portsmouth, Canopy. Good morning,
Mr. Speaker. I beg to move the motion. Said Major also.
I remember Mpombo Cordia.
Oh, divine selection.
I remember no pay. You've been able to catch the eye of the speaker until your motion has been sustained. I feel you know be Juma Bompa.
Honorable Speaker, I'm grateful.
That's what I'm going to come.
It is so.
Nah.
My champion.
We are champion that our cousin. Then you'll be Nebeka.
95.1.
And Bombo Cordia.
And I don't know when I was
Eradiadum. Sadia Channel, Professor Christopher Appiah Kubi about the party come at here.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, yeah, that's the side of place your boy open what years. There's a lot more what to expect our budget anymore. The fiscal year 2026 beginning January 1 to 31st December 2026. But you the details in God bless you. Thank you for choosing us at Opay. But you would hear me what trouble I'm watching. Would hear me a private car I'm watching. Muamuche ye a taxi sahudu Pay. Good morning to you. Muamuche ye a boat to Yango Uber. Good morning to you. In and around the greater Accra region, those of you in the eastern region. A wonderful morning to you. In the central part of the country. I don't pay me church. Nana Kwame Janaba. Oh, Kwanjira, Nana. Machio. Come on here.
Oh, yeah,
weekend in the Koye.
Oh, Koye.
Why a 5 man pa?
Koye pa na vende.
Salaro pa will look sweet.
I cash number, I cash ba manga the mujani pa kuma. Cash ba mujani.
Cash ba ejina you kudi.
Mo mujani pa, cash ba Nsempa.
Mo betre pa.
Ma ebe jimu Nsempa.
But weekend in the course say.
Oh, as usual, I call ye weekend. They say a show near there. A show we say go back home.
Okay.
Na ekodwe ho ne da ne ade because a whole weekend now obanza so how much.
Obanza so how much.
The weekend unya time kakra so tumde da.
Utumede da. Okay.
What you say?
Very well. I'm happy to see you. Who are no many?
Oh, nice.
As a mini annual, and someone here would trim in the beanie. Maybe there is only some of them.
The Brefo Kwame Appiah Kubi or Daruma.
Oh, was it?
We have a Kwame Appiah Kubi or Daruma.
Kwame Appiah Kubi, that's why I wear. We have Kwame Appiah Kubi. Edit them one. Edit them. Okay.
Why have Kwame free far?
I didn't know about it. This is money and money. But I got for now, Yentia a year, a cheer for you, any Joe Lugels. I don't pay my church money.
Now, you guys know we didn't come up weekend.
Come on.
Oh, no,
come on, dear. What would you be?
Oh, yes.
Say, yeah, because one person you say,
yeah,
but I'm Cosisa. Bacadom say, and yes, sir. One would the branch and for home come on.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel one would be BBC more. One more hear him say district BBC. India my business in the idea.
Okay.
But you know, when come on, be on the yeah. It's for so and that's almost firm and almost make a cranny idea, but I'm a fan normal. Friday, no dear, could you be a hey? Kotoko against how to folk.
Oh, now another game,
you'll be who they
brought in a refuge to come in.
One more banner, one more Kotoko 4 but 12 against 11. And to be any
I'm referring nearby.
I'm referring nearby. In fact, I'm the free. Almost show me bottom than the buy. Yeah, Quaco go out offside. In your penalty, as a mini. What is
and even common part no me and couple was so wrong.
Oh,
I'm de no munyan crying your penalty. I'm de no munyan crying.
I shall go out as a mini. Obia who dear cause,
they came to Roberts.
Jeffrey, I don't could you burn and then Yajin a house for no and a house for now. It's your boy will go with now.
If I'm moving here,
when Yajin, yes, I do. Yeah, could use much when Yajin. Now, I don't will tell you more. Now, when him say Senator for one more Gusua, one more Dean Komopa about a year hotels, I would be a woman say one more pay strategic investors. Now, Utie, the Director General for a year Senate, the responses I will come a public accounts committee, anymore. Quite an interesting one. More per strategic investors, but Mumpe will be a obetiki total control, and Mumpe will be a obeto hotels, outright.
That you guys are not managing the thing well.
You better no society.
Yet, say, probably our partner would do ya. In terms and conditions.
Conditions, exactly. And what I'm saying, interesting, no,
really,
because again, Nana say, per strategic investors. Okay, open say obidi sika be dey ebeshim
to on fameshim na won control
until the question is that adie no wo na wo hwe manage
yes
what for won crop for manage
and enkoyi
ana wo se obi mfa ne sika meshim na omeboa na adie ni nyina yie
good
yet wa kro ye no say umpe obi wa be control
minje mu ma
be
control
so the question is how many shares out of an equity okay, in commercial and then your friend is economic terms. You better say equity.
Yeah.
How much equity? Anna Senate for in those hotels. One person will give it. Say 100% shareholding. Okay, Senate no more saying Anna. The more one so I hear na more person with a private person more person or be partner to be able to ensure say adie we no a we pay to that standard. And see, I think say the Senate Director General will have to come out again by giving us specifics, okay? Because me as an investor, se me hu sa ade ni nkoyi enti na wo pɛ me partnership na me ye willing se me invest here I do not expect say wo na wa mismanage ade na say ye
wo na wo ba be
chere management e handle ade no na at the end of the day hotel no so wo ntimi en declare profit wo ntimi ntua dividend it is a me de misika be shema what are the assurances misika be shema menya ne back na me dem faso kwa
na say me this kind be sham mo betuma manage ni ye
exactly am ade na be profit
because mo na mama ade na gu
so I mean there's a lot more of questions and okay ye baby sir for answers na yetimi ya say this conversation no last year it came up and then ebeye dede bebre we are still Rock City limited
on say nyomu ye
so ewo interest
nyomu ye omo ya mama mfa ka say Brian Champon
you're vindicating. Okay.
Adi omo ye.
Enyam kan
ye nu omo ye yayi. Because obi be so ma bo am na mo so mo mpene. E na mo sharp lens be green lens na mo ade.
Mo de hwe ade no.
Mo hwe green lens de hwe ade ne sa. If you abansi san wie no. I think I'm about to
problem ne konko.
Yes.
Okay. And just say as I saw mo de board minutes. Emma indications say baby a hotels ni jina ne nyina ye. You see these are the same requirement. Na mo se mo hia at the time sa debate we course in June 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. The same measurement and requirement is needed today.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now the old existing board no echo. There's a new existing board that you constitute here and manages Senate. Now all share Senate portfolio of investment across all the sectors as Senate investment. Into the current board no resolution now one more pass here say okay baby as our hotels as Senate no one investment no as a hotels ni nyina yie enti yensam pe strategic partner or investor no I mean all those minutes will have to come out because last year these are the same requirements I cause a monfamra na yenhwe board no dey na board na eka why is the board arriving at such decisions okay until they are too old existing board na dey ni
we new board
na yenfa new board na dey enye adwuma under a new director general what you say until yekofa be wo so no ba we have a lot to talk about this morning plus national budget eba on Thursday when him say ochina Yami Yaduma ene ekosi ochina on the 6th of August BBC Ghana okay this year okay on the 6th of August Anna Yantia Nsempa the tragedy of the helicopter clash it happened here now we are told say ene committee ye constitute say one more any investigation the NTSA helicopter no echo share see manipa ewu ye no committee no be submit your more reports at the National Security Council
okay
na ochina it is expected say President Mahama ebe make a report no public na Ghana ni bia na timi ahudi ekosi ye ntia helicopter no echo crash here now again one more ye ni say awia on Wednesday. Okay, President Mahama ebe lanche enkoko nkete program no. Okay.
Omo lanche ni biem.
Ombe lanche.
Enkoko nkete
omo lanche dabe. Omo ne lanche yo. Aven ombe lanche. Wednesday. Wednesday ebe lanche. Na etemi aboa. This week they are fully packed. Thursday so budget hearing ewo ho.
The week is pregnant.
We'll tell you more. Yes, about enkomo ahodo a ewo Ghana say mo ama join your Facebook ni nyina no pay yenda mu nyina no ase. Ba bi twa me ho kodwa tenase na yemfafa be wo so no embra. Kodwa no sia ye besa ba na enkomo a yabobo so ni nyina na no pay ya to yebo ase na enti stay with us. Ma be fafa be wo so ento as ma be makodwa achi na me ma no akwaba.
Me a presenter. Amen.
Amen.
Hasefo into afi ma memra hunu mu na menkyerɛ wade bi mbehu kakra into awas asem into
fabu
ye catch them mantie mi share has pe ni na me catch them say ho nsuo bi ho mu kwasa player bi anum bi
ɛno so na mo didi no mo de ma mo nom ye ɛno aso am na mo kuma se
na agro na go
one choice hwɛ ɛsoro sɛ wakɔ kɔnfo hɔ na wahyɛ biribi ama wo ɛna ɛsoro sɛ asase no wiem agye atum akyekyere biribi ato hɔ ɛno no ehu ɛtɔ da Nyankopɔn ne Satan wɔn agree ana wonjidi mejidi sɛ Nyankopɔn ne Satan betumi agree ɔde bi yɛ Job ɔde bi yɛ Job eti sɛ woyɛ gidini ana woyɛ muslimi na wokɔfa obi yere a sɛ Nyankopɔn ne Satan betumi agree ɔde bi yɛ Job ɔde bi yɛ Job eti sɛ woyɛ gidini ana woyɛ muslimi na wokɔfa obi yere a yɛmfa Bible no Quran na hohoro ho fi yɛde amamrɛ ɛna hohoro ho eti Bible no na kan Quran repeat sɛ nyame ka kyerɛ Satan sɛ hey makoa Job deɛ ɔbɛyɛ ina answer fa wonsa ka ne body no but ne soul ɛmfa wonsa nka sa Bible quotation wakan ate ase ɛkyɛ sɛ Nyankopɔn ne Satan agree there was an agreement between your enemy and your lover but I can't Bible no try ɛkyɛ sɛ nyame on a ball ni wiase ɔne ɔbronsam na ɔno anyame na ball na agree on something eti da nyame ne ufi abɛifo ba agree no obefa nsɔhwem ɛnkyerɛ sɛ womfrim tell me anytime you are going through anything dangerous devastating anything catastrophic that is happening in your life it is just a circumstance being paraded on the foundation of a situation you get out of it because nyame ne watamfo agree a ne nyame peso gu watamfo n'anim ase eti da bia wo bɛda asɔre no ɔde wo yɛ nsɛnkyerɛne akyerɛ watamfo because they agreed that we are da yenkunu na nyame ate ase but akyire hɔ no no wama wo nkwa enti nya alarm ene nya ne wo because wa akoto alarm na bo na wa kate no wada. So what you need to understand and say you can never ever know the opinion of God, but you can understand and know the open doors of God. And when ye Christopher and ye Muslimi woman han yen tiase and ye din crophobia or ye akomshafo achi and the wo prayer. You can never know the opinion of God. Because senyame esim konwa o mebo amane. Answer na Yesu beba no obo amane. Enti John say na me hu. Say osoro ebuye. Na mpanifo no ahia. Na wama won enwoma. Say hwan na betumi ate saa nso ano nson no ano. Na me hu eguama bi. John Kwaka said, na obi ani want to be soon bebre. Kan Bible, aya wo kan Bible na aya dwen. Enyem Bible nko na de kan Bible. There's the hermeneutics of the Bible, there's the spiritual carosis of the Bible, and there is the physical understanding of the Bible. You need to situate it into your current situation because what is in the Bible, if it is not situational to your current circumstance, it means that you did not read the Bible. You read it with what you were thinking. It got to be situational. Now, current. In the Bible ain't da. Mama sem be preachu, mbasem be kire wade. Na what in yama be se no wajai so boro na wonum say Yesu moja no. Ebe kum. That will kill you. Enti nyame opinion untimi hu but epuna nyame abie de ubehu everything that say nyame hira wa ya su chance on ho chew me ti we me hu hira bebre na me yema start hihye because nhira mu ensohwe edo so che ahokyere mu ensohwe. And to watch this, Job na ne ho wanya ne ho bebre about the say na all of a sudden he lost virtually everything. Job no aware mama komako and son 7 wives. Bible na ntro ba magedi cause Job na ne ho feche Paul de ne ho pa oyeni petietia. Ene nanim so Paul de nanim o e be ma ne ho nya fe bako o te se be ne ho nya fe tietietia nso. Ene wasa ko school ene wo tumi ena yamana gat di na chi nen abrante ni ti dejua ni so tietietia no na no nya fe ne hwene nya fe Paul no ho nya fe. It's no pedi ni Paul Bible ma confusion ba ne ho ye say your friend Saul and also say ye be Paul na ye patra ya nkrofo preachers ano theologians, some theologians Martin Greek and the papa be so a friend Greek Martin. They were just trying to find a space to make him look good. Paul awana wan no no ba bia suro nanim ni hu say nanim che wan hwa ne ho ba obesore adwane. I said no na person ba na ne hu no ba bia pe no. No ho nya fe o sa so ya kritia. And then Crawford say and say no ye or ye Saul no be ye Paul there be Bible na kasa. Ye say abrantia or ye Saul ye san so freno Paul. Abrantia ye freno captain ye san freno smart. Abaya ye freno abina ye san freno nyamesem enti by inference or ye captain the first name smart and the second name or ya abina the first name surname nyamesem enti obi ani Bible ma ye freno Paul Saul obesa ya ye friend Paul there be your friend Saul Paul no official name no yes Saul no the first name Paul no the second the surname the friend Saul Paul na ho nya fe na nim nya kono okum nipa obapo oba be ne pebe ma obapo in the open obi adam say we oye poboni okum nipa wan nim eto kura no wojeje kura na de ma na osan de kwa no wakodi wan na be ware sa oba no be ma o said no so that was it the assess ye tie assess ye Christopher say Christo aye di na chi no otimi yo ade nyina Christo na ye di na chi no and washa chi ekane Yesu Christo Fante ekano Yesu Christo Spanish Yesu Christo. Check it. Why is the Christo always repeating? That is the hermeneutics of the Bible. There are certain words in the Bible, every language under the sun, can the same. Meaning that, say ye na ye si otai baako amu nyankopon. Na se nyame hu say ya twene ne ye baako, wan hwa ye bedu ho baabi. Eno kura no nya saa na te. Na odwiri odan ne gu. Na afei eba ono ne soma oda ne ba oyo nyankopon so adi ema yen na se Christo almost more than 98 languages was asiso eka Christo e kire wo se esese yen na ya dwene ye baako na yakoba bi baako na yenya osom baako yenya adi baako se de ebe ya brabo ebe ye baako a ebe se nipa baako pa ye fe ni Christo. I did not come here to preach. I was sent with this message. Etine Mesrao, sister, brother. Ajengo entimi nje nkwa. Because entimi mase me and ma wo me ba bless na matra say blessing control me. Ensi. Eti se nyame na bo adwe. Na ye de adwe ne ye nwo a. Ajengo entimi and control the authority of God. Tobolo yede ye wache entimi control the authority of God. Even oil. Some understanding of the application of oils entimi nje because answer na obebom pae no na nyame ye nyame wo bom pae wie no na oye nyame wo ye fasting na oye nyame wo fasting no na oye nyame. So there's nothing about a human being that can change God. And so say na nyame si obekumi a opa bompa ye wa asase so yina Say ono ankasa kan ntam so obekum me a. Eti Bible wo baby jame say makam ho ntam say. And it different from say what soma say. Chenye. Hezekiel say why na or Bible no no yakoka chen so wo bewu a odane nani ehwe ban bom paye e ma yade mfie dunum kan ho no yesoma obi. Enya di eye osomafo apostle. At that material moment, Isaiah was an apostle. He was not in his robe as a seer, as a prophet. It is say suma obi ko yentino. Na as I say odane sumano, but say nyame kan ho ntama wo you cannot. Nothing can ever change it. And opay me mpai body say nyame kan tambi to abrabo so say me bayi ubedi ye, me bayi ube yare na da so the hospital one be ko me bayi wo ho beton niam a wo na mu no be frim eno ye nyame aka ne ho ntam eye de ya soma no cause osomafo bia ye nipa eti Bible no mu no akoa ba ko bia na ye say ono oye prophet a wanyini prophet ono so dengo sra wo soro abrante okọ ma abrante okoduru akwantimfini na okache nse o osi nyame se mame ndidi e mame nom oso didi me your old prophet didi na nom na wabre and the Bible says commission ke to didi ye no nom ye onam akwantimfi and aboache no every. You know what that means? Do not ever listen to any person called a human. Hugh in Hebrew means dirty. Eyade enye fe, enye akono, enye de. A dirty man. So we can say human, so you nipa wadada, who fee what time. It's the Bible that the catch say, ye papa your cry and temago, fee, and you are a human. I'm watching anyway. I no pay the suma me say me kan kire woni say onu otimi yo ade nyina me onu nyame otimi yo ade nyina enti no emfa wadwin ko tim de nipa ahyehye so emfa wadwin ko si de nipa aka so nipa hyehye adwin ne tim so nipa eka adwin ne kosi so. But the TN say, so which I will huma the oil no strong and assassin or take the oil asina. Sister, eh? Who better? Bra, who better? And fine, she would tell me say, a sorona is sikasicado. Jai one idea, yes, no, that one I understand. But let me tell you, yes, Subayedo, now Uhesika Yejuba, Kobaya Buenum, Ewopum, and Uyisika. Now, Oyisika no can be. Papa, a bayan can trust on him, Kogan as him, so why? Trust on me. As a person, Baha Penny as Andaneme. Oyisika no, Sikana Oyi yeno, or Dane a family. Sikana, yes, ye yefi a buano enumno, or Dane a family. Said ye. Caesar de no nkrofo friend Kaiser momfa na de ma na de ye onyankopon so de no momfa na de ma do you know what that means e che say ye wo sika ye Kaiser de why ne Kaiser ye wo ye wo sika de hwe yire ye wo sika de hwe ma ye wo sika de ya chop money ye wo sika de ton tade ye wo sika de to shoe you will sika ye de to dying you will sika ye de to cement you will sika ye de si dying but you will sika de bi ho be da bottom pair e onyame dia upa gidi upa jai sika de bi ho be show bottom na sa wa bonyame kro no na no bi atwam a o se sika de show ho hu de ade o se asa na sika we bi de bo so wa twe pen paper na person ye calculation we wi obi but you have no idea because nipa de twa sika na nyame twetwam na wache ipa ne twa President Mahama betu aka Bank of Ghana se ku twa sika bra no wakotwa ba ne chade ubwa eni Bank of Ghana ho 100 Ghana cedis no ti ebi wota tago ho ebi wa abana nyamesem ho ebi wo meme ho ebi wo wana ka ho se wa adwuma wo ye ntina ma ye cheuska wana ka ho se adwuma wo ye ntina ma wa ye wana ka the same adwuma bi ye bi checking the life TV ye te subi abana nyamesem te subi ba ko ba bi obi su te subi na be check abana nyamesem ahofe na check ne japade owo check ne ma owo check me midin check me japade check ne ma me wo dentra da bi o sika de nipa na etwa ba nyame na eche cause who judge japade ma nipa se nipa ncha entokwa be si eyi ase nyame na eche etino where ya kaiser dia de chere se ye wo sika ye yi free wo ho e de cheje bi kaiser ye wo sika ye yi free wo ho wa boso enti sika ye wo be mienu pe ene ye yi sika boto ene aboso boto abo boto abo so there's a bo enti se wo yi na wo yin yi a ba bia sika ne free no e be bo because ye hina ebo to abo so enti mema ye de ne ye bo to e man so de ne ye abo so enti se wo ye wadwen se wo sisi di ode ma wo na obebo no yes mami eno no so nkyerese nyame pe osika nsa wa hirawo nyame fault akonwa na nye se yakasa amosesa mo mfiye me ko kaso ese ye kodwo pe kasa etino eno so nkyerese nyame pe osika ansa wa hirawo dabi enkyerese nyame pe wajapade ansa wa hirawo but eba ne say na Ananias ne Safira ono akoton asase mene me sachu ya to asase wo East Legon ye kwa akoton ya to asase na wie ene ye ayate bi sachu wo yere me ma me so afiri mokodi 1 year me so me wo yere me ma me so ti asase sa gini agiri didi na mia bi si masa asena mato no mete kakra to nchen na me ko ne ebusa me a na yese yakumi twi hu mienu twi hu mienu think about it too sabi adam de bottom sikatoy winim o take it to abi o di Ananias te ye no ye kitu abi but your tea and I media. Pedi American mo do party as opa jai. Dear or the coy and door so change your title fear. There be any yami busay and kitwa. And a young spend the cassia. It's an Ananias ready dear or no a yen nipad dear no na coma yami. No say hi. Would you yes I see I would tell ye. Nina no diabe or say Annie. Anytime you lie about money, you will die. And so only will be your business. No treat it here. Which was strong for me, be cool. Because anytime you lie about money, you will die. As a team, and one no, ne yere Safira ba no. Bible say, Madam, Sikano, and one ukunu de ba no. Ti, and he tells me about marriage. Bema so bad in the secrecy where money in your woman. In the question of bad declaring assets, Emma be more tiasi. In the question of bad chle, the sika do or watch the nukunu. So that a ditch the wa, and yashi. Pafa, opaswa no way chai. And ya or bad said the end sudi say, or better, the nearma or war. Either so worry wuye and answer answer no be waru no or what sa man ehun hia so ba be de na di a kire wo na mom wo ba ma de e wa sede ene wa sudie se bribi biara wo no because wo bai ma where na kan berima be where the be ani asase so e fe ne berima there or bye if it's a Bible no ka kire nyame ka kire Adam say ko na ko baya asase nim na dua na didi na wanya bi so ahwe wo yere na wo ma nti be ma de obai na ode ama nti wo ye be ma na wo bo obai bi hu kan nya hwe wonya broken heart so kan ho afane saa natural kan ho kan body ho eti na se ka safira be kan no kore if say be ma no abai mu a kire no ese ko duru ho no tibi kan no kore kire say oh dabi me wura yam from so bia anka Ananias bet me asore wo kwan because tie Bible no ye o say won a wode wukunu kono wanamon enie de kire say anamon kwa animu a anamon tumi san it is like safira timi kan no kora kede ne kunu funu be san ba am ye nyane no but the son say be man da na di kire no obey mu kire no so ye na dwe say be man ni hode a eye media chinchira tachi a me kata so nti me fa me so me kotwa ntro ono so ye de ne to aso koe to ye be ma ya adam no ma di kire oyere wai kuruma edin baby I edin if we say if sorry ye when who saw you naked or who say adam mum na ye naked ko si say if ko di aduaba no and some both of them became naked. Now nakedness no Adam ne di kan hu ye no dodge ye fa no ina nto nche me trasa member from ne na mwim baby eti tenia me bi asese nyame a ye di dachi no oda niema di se nyame da bribi ye di kire abena nyamesem awie ya enche se abena nyamesem ye odifo so ye odifo mpa for shorter time pa nyame ne na wie me you D4 me unsan for tro the captain we D4 me you D4 me ma me ho kwan other material moment say papa into offside ba Kubi ba say offside go and then Kumasi 10 match no ya boy me nka ho asabon kire wo enne driver ni bia ukuta stiem if 20th of this month ekosi 25th of this month so uko 120 kilometers per hour ko 60 minka hwiu 20th November ekosi 25th November so ukuta stiem ukuta aeroplane ukuta helicopter ukuta train from 20th around the globe, equals 25th. I have slow down. To boase. Na car driver na odu echi ne car mano. Can you do enim ne car mano? Can you do bonkum car mano? Can you do nifa car mano? I have to boase. 20th to 25th November. Me aso me ka hombi. Yeah, you careful. Oba me das. Ye jam intimate me aba form. Nti pacho me das. Meet me jaw kwai. Na me show. Last week Thursday, na me kabibi about baller. Na maka pense traffic sika. Say yet was you there's a traffic jam between Kanda baby a central mosque one cry for say a cow kudi see a year jolu runabout a trafficker meaning whom say iska a buy bet we are generating revenue a buy bet we iska buburija everyone me can be uncle say but captain how is this possible say traffic see cars na boboso obi e waste fuel obi e waste there now they to say traffic is sika what to talk is cheap massa so wunyansa nduru ba bia wokrom hina duru a enye wadwen so obehye ne mpaboa. So now today we are going to pillar 2.
Captain Smart.
Last week,
the king of morning shows.
Yeah, pillar 1. Now, and then Yebeye pillar number 2. Na chese ye ya ena ye krono enkakra. Because you say 4 policies are 4 policy pillars. I told you about pillar 1, community level waste generation and sorting. We talked about community green brigades. We talked about smart bins and QR tagging. And I'm afraid tagging and our job potentials. Now, under the 4 pillars, there is pillar 2, transport, aggregation, and logistics. Baller na e wo na ye hu okroma no me hu se baller a gold mine e chen galamsey. But the son say yen hye nyam panifo a wote niam bia sinti no ase wiase no e kokorowa eti baby anipa bia wo de hope no ohun de wa kire eti ayana wo ma wo suade animdifo ka kire say you need to think outside the box. What it means is that do not look at exactly where you always keep looking.
Captain Smart, the king of morning.
Traffic, a do, a cash. Now, aboboya abeye a nuisance in the system. Yes, pragia a nuisance our system nim. But mimi ye gana man penin there, pragia no more beba, aboboya no more beba. So, but more na pragia beba. More na abobo ya beba no yen kokra ma ye be ye wa ha because say abobo ya na esi wo no adaka na e wa kire no Ghana fo na ye tatabas engine pen ye krabai seniye tatabas ni osa ne body ni nyina na ye wo Ghana ha ya Rollins time. So what is abobo ya pesa wakra escalade if you America be dru Ghana na pim say pine na ka na tutu ni abasa ba Ghana ni ote kokompe Ghana ni a ote ekumase mazi ono na timi sie eye escalade na ye yo na onni ho no e ma ne ne yepe. What it means is that Ghana ni betumi aye car ba ye nya mpanifo a wote oman na se wodwene oman ho a wo betumi atape into the pre-potential and the post-potential of the people in this country. Eti I have say bibia no esese yekra president today oboa abowo ya ben haya because it is possible we can do it here. Yes, we can do it. Eti abobo ya be burden. A wona motorway no so no we share abobo ya no wani abre. Wushia pragia or Cape Coast na wani abre memma wani mre a source of employment wo de nyame ayi wadom ye adwuma bank nyame ayi wadom ye Captain Smart what onua TV so nyame ayi wadom wo ba bia wo ye adwuma nyame ayi wadom wo te awo ye camera technician nyame ayi wadom e bia wo de obi ama work and pay bi ntu kuta car na wo kɔ eti abobo ya ho ye wahi pragia ho ye wahi no tieti a pragia ne abobo ya ho ye hi ne say yentimi anye kwan ama won anka baby a bicycle ne motorbike fa no ese ye trem kitwa bi na abobo ya any pragia fa ho now wa interfere in the movement of cars etika abobo ya bicycle tricycle whatever you call them for no one more baby omofa o me fa car no say we do BM we do Mercedes Benz we do articulator we do trotro whatever Emma me fa ho. It is about pillar 2 now. We need to localize tricycles. That's number 1. Tricycle ne ba de no ane abobo ya tricycle ne your friend abobo ya no. Because see eno anwumre da me call se can show se industrial area se hin. Yes send me Google map. Me nam sa na mayira. Google map ndim ko pie fada ma ho ba bi. Afi na mayira. Woman na e woni na ne hu say ye mea me hyeche na masa kasi manim say na me see form na me bi sasa ha kwan ye call we e call we e be say no me say I need this so me the Google map no mayira sa me ko bi baby sasa me dane me ho no it took me over 5 minutes ko e chikakra na makọ bra wanim kakra na maba ko e chikakra da bi twa won sane ko say na me twa me nsada because ya fa e kwan ye sasa car fa mu no eja kwan ya tricycle na sese fa ho enti wo zoom lion car enti mi nko ho enko fa bola e ya bobo ya ne betu akọ fa bola So number one, a female system. We need to localize tricycles. Eti abobo ya no answer ne bema on license and I say ye de normal plate men kan stand what you say atare ho no won't be free Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly enko abura asebu kwamankase no it's been localized. It is a chill say we abobo ya no free Cape Coast no we wura abura asebu kwamankase a will you pay a fine? Am I fine? Say a baby emergency and I don't buy it there. You must be able to explain to the police. Before say, either say fine only a better so, and I say the better.
Bibi how family who are court.
Now areas are cars are can to be in court. Watch this. Zoom lie on cars no. Say fire kwanya omo ye 3 months to 4 months to 1 year to no so a second a kwanya more. It's a tricycle dey more ha. Ono na baba Captain Smart fear or Tantra Hills. Or father the other way say I am no akwaba no abefada de luma fear nanim ho de no. So we have to localize tricycles. I say yenya mini compactor vans. But they be any person the cars kese no ewura important. No, it is not done like that. Yenya America aye space aye kwan boom. There be any space no. It's a year since you need space into no. It's a young penny for better see our bed drain. No one say you need a coin cassia. It's a side coin way no. Then a bit to your faso. A moto, a tricycle, a bicycle, a dear hay, and a bit to me here. That will do it. Number 2, mini compactor vans no. A ball of cars and kitten. A crow. Eye kakraka te said you na ba na poo na say kwan there be a minivan kitwa bi eno no ye mfa ndade efia wa ya dade wom concrete wom there be e fa fie mu ha na car no mu ankoye du na say ye kwan. And then we need to get e-cargo bikes. Etika computer I say mobile phone I say, bibi aye electronica, I say no, kayen fan fra bola car kese I say it to be chichem nya e-cargo bikes. So no no, adaka kitu ebi na tire bicycle nechi. Nti obedru fie anim na say wo mobile phone a wompe. I say wo mobile phone ye kotu screen no, ya sand what the amount I say wompe. What to do TV bi I say and also wompe. Ni na electronic waste. No, na kaya was short code bia na wafre ebia 7777 ebi na wafre yes patrol your frost say your family JB what to him it's a Tantra Hills and patrol street the at the say I say block 1 plot 1 block 1 new Tantra Hills okay and you bet me have a fast electronic waste no ebia nkuada enti boboni na no patrol say ya bana wonni fia when the war ebe ba beto no o say san say bia mo beba na me nifie me nko na metinti mechekere ato eye bia me door no ano anase me wo security wo me fie wuduru ho a obeyi ama it is our waste no eye electronic waste no can we need e-cargo vans na wo mo akwa akofa and these tricycles mini compactor vans and e-cargo bikes no I say assemble okrum ha na enunku create over 700,000 jobs. I say she no okrum ha. Enti me say enti abobo ya chi jebi. Kuma se mazin fo timi ye. Abobo ya na chi. Yet me nyam fi mazin. Enti say ye ni sika kra ye de be kra ni na bumbum a ana ye sika ne ye wo kra ye nte so. Na ye kra ni ti no, ye njai na chi no. Because anytime you import a shipload of any product, you have imported a shipload of unemployment. Let me repeat. Anytime you import any shipload of any product, a shipload of any product, you have actually imported a shipload of unemployment. Eti kabobo yare ne tono yan kranka ho ni tinipe ene ye bekra na ne tono na yaye o kokompe yaye awoboso kan na yaye o kumase mazi SSA number 2
arthritis, rheumatism, prostate cancer, akumayare, fibroid, ulcer, oba otumi ningina or the abel fufudie be umu ansano asayare no. Grace Homeopathic Clinic Medina akachi abola stop for 0556 181 666 and 020 006 7500.
Grace Homeopathic Clinic,
a mission from God for humanity.
FM 95.1.
Asante Kotokose. Yeah. Asante Kotokose.
Right, Babenda was once again, Memoir Kwaba, 37 minutes after 7, Hayo near 95.1. Na Yugoswa Yade, Nsempa Jumedieno at the Somewhere. Brother, Yade Agudia Wonsem no at the brown.
Asante Kotoko, Yabeshamu, Yabeshamako. Asante Kotoko.
After that, I say, Jack Machi.
I'm so.
Na empom to say.
Oh, Namiadum. Yeah, we are also so here.
FM 95.1.
What can the report say?
Oh, na not bad at all, but you're being saying. Me akasa mom de me disappointed kakra.
In what?
Oh, no bebre. No bebre. Not just game na be aware expect say make hwasem.
Me expect me beside the course weekend.
No weekend na me disappointed because me plans are me nyina no later ambem na my weekend here boring before God the man because now say Ghana Premier League Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So that was my schedule for the weekend. But the technical hit me a buy until Friday, Saturday, and me. And that time some cancel other businesses and other trips been other moves to me. See, honestly, for the very first time in so many months, I was basically doing nothing as far as a weekend near concerned. And Timo Fi me da no kakra na me didi na my other pork bi na this until Sunday. Yeah, the big game because so honestly, me kind of last time a weekend I so bored. So my weekend was very boring. It was okay.
But ordinarily no, I alcohol here, yeah, there now. Maybe so as
me mom you know takwa.
O mom you know takwa. Okay.
Until me off day say I'm the kokohwe nkola.
Yes. E je takwa ba.
No 2 weeks bia.
Every 2 weeks bia.
And me sign board that side be one of the Premier League back me a management member.
one of the Premier League
Ghana
teams.
Premier Leagues no teams no back.
Okay.
Mostly weekends. Weekends are company we remember me off day. No, me used to off days, at the a champion that Premier League, for their particular weekend activities. Made me who Jimmy Boa my list.
But say at any point in time, be a company Brefo be a must respond.
No, that one they don't have. Let me say, yeah, schedule my.
Okay. I would do so every weekend.
Until weekend that me
this weekend and there you dear.
Yes.
And I was at name as a technical and uncle. But our club we need this weekend.
Oh, of course. Yes, defending champions. Currently, there will be our champion Ghana Premier League. Or by a cool yes, share the music. Basketball Holy Stars.
Yes.
I'm a football.
Yes.
Holy Stars. Yes, Gold Stars. Come, I'm going to
basketball now. No more yes.
Basketball.
All right, that's very nice. And is that if you want, I now yes, we accept. We accept. TT Maker so told you about somewhere. TT Maker, we see you money free now. Now you say, and they there, huh? Because I don't make an one test. No,
I couldn't language.
I don't speak in coded language. No,
I couldn't language in the
we want to walk 2000.
Coded language.
Oh, 2004.
Oh, man, coded language and just
on this studio, I
didn't speech code. But Kwame,
I am a Yenny say, right? Now be if you know holding trading.
All right, Mate.
I did have a look of you.
Me name the controversy penalty issues now air trending. And then me name say bit me the home komoka crowd.
Now I to our shed your muye.
When a video ni be a share.
The old the one cast our shed your muye.
No, I'm running siding. And then I'm running.
It's quite more fast, so I'm more Robbie.
No, Kwame. Yen education is kakra.
Education here, dear.
Kwame say,
yeah, Kwakoshe go. Mose offside. Yes, you go, Mose Monye. And what you know, yeah, Kwa Museo penalty, the Monsu Kra Monsanye. The answer is a Moji and a Maji.
Nana Kwame Jan. What's up, you, Juma?
Arena no
Sunday FIFA run they were born now.
No penalty. Which one do you
referee
penalty say ba ko bi aka wasa na
penalty na mo omjima mo no.
Da bi anya no.
On say tio.
Anya penalty asam na ye kan. Goal na ye disallow ye na ye trend obi aka wasem. Obi a no o ka penalty ejema kotoko wasem.
Mo penalty no issue ho.
But
what is talking about?
I'm not for doing them, so more penalty than Jima Kotokono. Issue,
but I never know for Kawasa.
But you go
go now, house say now, refin and fangino, and will be a Kawasem. They don't say to me, do
that be a say to me deep penalty, no one come my wrong,
and a different day, and different topic.
Well,
apparently. Minim sa Kwame benya born and say some video na to Facebook and so e bia na
one born obi ahwe
baby
born wo
Ghana bia
problem bia ni ho sia
problem be na say dem was your boy akro ni problem be na
why na ba robo we if you dem be na enti ma o ma be robo akazo
journalist am work na na mo ye
o ma pan ko
engineer me bia anko kase
na make us ma robo has of e win game na dem na aka
ultimate ma 3 incidents I see on the game obe kase a true reflection of the game. I say referee allow play for us and our G infringement for us. Ultimate mama 3. You can't.
Ema bako. Penalty no mojema Asante Kotoko no. First touch na play and year no. That was the time and Katenga plan it for him. First touch or year, you know. In the contact or year first one no. That was when Katenga play and top of him.
And one top.
But one top of him.
And it's one of him. I didn't play out of him.
One top him.
Video no.
I didn't play out of him.
But one top him.
I didn't play out of him.
Now he pushed the ball obia home can mo no top.
No nya say. But video na that's no. I said when I o can we no me who first foul no way. And he no boy how does I go do one top him now?
Yes, first touch in
I said man okay.
First touch no. One top him.
How many touch and touch play now so top him. Kwame Blawichi.
We are touching no. They watch the ball no one touching.
time no do talk for mo be entertain no. Oh brother.
Kwame, attacking
you guys attacking from one behind.
From behind.
Can you I don't know yeah.
I'm gonna say obi attacking from the
one attacking with three. Oh, one attacking with three. Why ni here?
Challenge sentiments no.
Yeah, for good day Monsem dem bra. Alfred the oba say but
men yes sir.
What dem wan share nye.
And so black star go pay share na ba ko. Sorry.
Say na mo pen.
Me say I'm almost share asare ba ko.
Benjamin say
no share dem ba ko. That's what make keep clean.
Entini cry.
Just the panel go ahead.
I update you one na me
just the panel go ahead.
But I know it saves.
Agenda now we emfa forget.
I know you say
Kwame
Enko save so na come agenda na osan consider ba ko ga ba ko bi eto na tena mo bi ye share go ba ko and no we timi keep clean sheets but oye saves bi na nya bad
what company
say bona ba so
what company oye dey ya be ja na say
on ko so ko Japan
obeko
no ko Japan sisi o ko try no nyimra na that be black sound match Friday
okay
into my friend to oko into so na we mo be do around 10
okay
and when you after the game now no say your friend to the goalkeepers
on one edge
it's on today
on one edge we be Benjamin I saw you na edge o Kwame
on one edge right it will be enka dem on one edge and for bia mo panam ye bia mo yemfa
you no na why
say as usual fantastic ziggy
Atizigi was sankwa za
no but yes establish Atizigi home no yes establish we Atizigi the Puma Kwame boss bear 10 ebe corner so e se nyina egu Atizigi betime se be 8 but 2 be oboa no Kwame the Atizigi the Puma boss serious must be 10 ebe corner so o betime se be 8 and 9 ba ko be 2 but chama de ma ubo ba ko krako that is the difference so chama de ba ko krako I'm a ponum. Oh, Bokra.
That's
that's what a lucky pony.
It's in the grab one.
We have a hope soon. While lucky pony,
I got a fantasy.
Well, lucky pony
be a shot to Guinea. I put him a civil boss and some was a break. Call me
boss number.
Well, lucky pony, them.
I was say why? But any dry idea honey different.
Your lucky pope.
A clean sheet that
your lucky pope. Your lucky pope.
Clean sheet that my fail.
Your lucky pope.
Forget it.
Your lucky pope.
But I'm changing the cake.
As a go near friend.
No, sir.
More no near friend. That was the sport is up next.
Alan Jima, Wina Yasremamuda Nasiania de Mam Yadamase, 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 I know Yadamase, or say Coco, Yadamase, or say Coco, Yadamase, Coffee Mese, since Yadamase, so Yadamase, Nano Poku, I'm afraid I was inside.
95.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo.
Good dear Musi.
95.1.
Yes, Nsempa Sports.
Yamakwaba Bium Erba Nsempa Jumedi Yamakwaba Ediba Unia 95.1 FM. So me pacha na pebra we do say yede agudie munsam etwa so wo Nsempa Jumedi so me dey Alfred Tetimensa agudie munsam na yede airpa production team no etato de den pa na no pe yede airpa adepa GHI Zikansa apicha Jumana Kwame Amo Solomon Amankwana Fei Bismarck Kweku Sapro munyina atechi na Jumedi no yede airpa na Ghana Premier League no match the 9 me patcho resource no edamenim ha na pay ye be kinkan na yede ama Ghana for heart of folk any Asante Kotoko game no me patcho coaches no akasa e afa game no ho nkomo wa ha ana pay yede airpa enche Ghana under 17 campaign be sase coach Atonsa e de afra players me patcho ana pay won some wa ha yede nyina e de airpa nyame no man na pay 10:30 e will be mine so Cotonou Black and the Princesses and Mariano almost ejina kono omoni Beni airport game me patcho details no wa ha yete airport women's Premier League no match the 2 results and so on some no etoso I'm told Ghana and I told you Accra eto fem ewo Laboma omo epichu wo me patcho over the weekend na enye asem kuma krani na wa ha na pay yakaboma yede nsam no yete airport once again me dey outfit teachment
Good dear Musi.
195.1.
Yes, Nsempa Sports. Good dear Musi.
195.1.
Yes, Nsempa Sports.
Usama yenshe enkomana say enfam free Ghana Premier League na yendi komo enfam free na Ghana Premier League ne patro na fiada na dwumedi no esase de den pa ewo Kumase Abrankase me patro atia Nations FC me patro omo etna fie ema ende Hoho United ebuhodi omo 1-1 draw and the team APS so me patro ni echima Dr. Kwame Sports Complex Nations FC 1 Hoho United and so a 1 me patro on Saturday results no 2 matches and me patcho etimi etofem say and Saturday matches no me patcho and so etimi etofem esibi etie na say and results no matches me no and no esibi efa ekoi okopiem ewo Doma Edwina Stars me patcho omo any Mediama Sporting Club and omo eti ebueni Edwina entimi anshebi Sansan Mediama Sporting Club eso entimi anshebi 0-0 and at that particular game no me patcho ewie the Fishing FC me patcho ono so eti in the town I said the new town eshe and the 11 wonders e kano emienu ema 11 wonders me patcho mo eti mo ebako eno eye resource me patcho Saturday no etimi eto fm ne anope ye de mo nsam no yete ema ne ebusuafo na yenwe enra match setimi eto fm Ghana Premier League GPL resource me patcho say and ACB FA Ekoye Kerala United me patcho omo any Dreams FC obi ahya ne yanko eka bako Sanso and Heart of Lions eshe Brekum Chelsea eka bako Chelsea entimi antena fee Basake Holy Stars me patcho nra for the very first time omo si fem goals no mienu eguatrem e na bebi any goal stars me patcho omo entimi antena fee Somates 1996 me patcho share bako Emma Swedro All Blacks me patcho wentimi antibi enra and afi Young Apostles eshe miensa Emma Bechem United me patcho onyemu emienu and afi game no bia yeni ADH Glorious Accra Heart of Folk Phobia Detete Phobia Popo and Ra Tifie Shahain Emma Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko Ebe Chinchin Segunechi Ebon and Pania Bakwe Kume Nanankrafo Becam Akude Guda Sana Mosa for Becam a call Sana Fant for Becam and Ra Bako Pe Omo Intimiante Omo play Intimiante the referee no Ebona Magimedi no Nina it's me Ebana right after the game Ebana Ray and coach Masudi Dramani Accra head coach what actually some acquire of us who Olusu game no at Emma Kumase Asante Kotoko.
We lost and so I think we don't deserve to lose. In my opinion and in the opinion of everyone who was observing, not just watching. If really you observe the game, you could see that we control some portions of the game, and then in some other portions where Kotoko are also dangerous in terms of their transitional play. We didn't do well. It's an area we want to continuously improve. In some games, there will be moments where you struggle with certain aspects, where finding it difficult to find the necessary spaces. But I think that at the end of the day, still in the first half, we still control. When we're controlling was when we considered the penalty, which I still have my doubts on.
But away, Masoud did it Dramani or say baller and ram Hasselhoff a boy and Obi Oba Parky be idea dance here as a Hasselhoff team on any question say Omulusu game, but this is football for you. The football betting me and the amount on the way and command Hasselhoff head coach or the two John and see a pet and around the team at Karimi Sito I say Nyamim Ukraine match now every and on match and yet easy. You quite there back on some match more thing Nancy Kotoko.
Well, everybody knows Kotoko how difficult it is, or it was, even from the time in Muhuria when I was even playing. And then you see that supporters today, everybody is happy to come to witness this game. So at the end of the day, it was very, very difficult, but the mindset is there. At all costs, you have to beat them. And then if only you want to set our target ablaze, we have to win this game, because winning this game will also propel us to go towards our objective. So I'm very happy. Hearts are very good at that area. Okay. So you always have to plan against the bad and the good side of the team. So this is what we did. We watch and then we saw that if we allow Amanka to be going, we also have a problem. So this is a case we force him to come back. Instead of to go and add pressure, he couldn't make it. So that was why we allowed him to go and come, just to disturb him, to stop him from going. That is what he thinks. Well, it all depends on the referee. And then when you go to the law 80, he say that the referee uses technical know-how. And when you look at our position as coaches, 11, 12, it talks about ungentlemanly conduct. Okay. You understand me? Some can intimidate you for you to do something. So as to whether it was a penalty or not.
Bacho way renting at the Karimi Tito and hotel and can say no has folk dom the team 1 year papa into on my pair strategy or the pull has folk in 15 everybody in said abaya obeti me catch you on the break let me team akos na penalty akofo kan wasam there o kan FIFA mrana ya obibi a chese ura penalty box ni ma say onya nto boase sense ho no from akra bowa yetime more advantage and unti and the boy say you su ya that penalty no etim eba ya way nkoma and the team the friend of Kumasi Asante Kotoko me pacho omo head coach already team at the Karimi Zito the two famana pay ya didn't come on be yen so yet man of the match on that particular game I brand at the Samba O'Neil our captain Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko no come on
you know Hasselhoff is a strong side and like the game was not easy, but this night we was very determined to win the game. As you know, like anytime when you play, Hasselhoff is a particular game, so you don't need someone to tell you that go and play well. You need to be focused and push yourself.
Only FM 95.1.
It's very, very good and like I don't even know how to. Okay. So they are always behind us, and I'll tell them to continue to be behind us, and we are taking it game by game. So today we are celebrating a win against our rival, and they should continue to.
It was so way Samba O'Neil, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, super fantastic and the captain and Otin and Ka say I didn't come out to feminine. Yakwe ni me so I will Kumasi Asante Kotoko and I feel Hasselhoff game on then after the game NKG Hasselhoff player your friend Muhammad Hussein yenya no nko referee so referee no etiti Hasselhoff and o sebri se referee chase referee no GF for that ba GF for police for na charge no
Only FM 95.1
at time a bon yenya sa de no football o deliverances bia faton krata so fa pensing krata so na tre na fabra but yenya sa ko ye access bia kutoko bia we na di fi e de ka football no iti omo up to creator say omo mra no mbecheche nsem kwa mo fa so sa nyamra za mo di o park no Hasselhoff mra omo ne player Hussein Mohammed omomra no mo besan say o check article 16.2 plus B now is setting clear say a pombo player you don't have any business with the referee until you charge house of folk player Hussein Muhammad eno nkoma e free ho na so do All Blacks and so ekosabra boy over the weekend ekolusu game no na Rudolph Mensah or say so do bled this season but very soon so do All Blacks ever back into the party.
Only 95.1.
We are working hard. We are making sure we make our towns so good and the teams so good. Blacks. I think unfortunately we lost today, but I think it was a good game for us. It's a learning curve as well. So hopefully in our subsequent matches we can do our best. I believe it all boils down to being disciplined on the field of play. I think our coach is doing fantastic. He's helping us a lot. And, I just think it's just an unfortunate incident that happened, but we put it behind us and we make sure we always continue to do our best.
It was a battle way a Sojo All Blacks striker Rudolph Mensah and an pay or ten car say or didn't come out to Fama. Yes, so you didn't come on be yet a money it was for and so junior and pay by a for Gentleman Dental Clinic. Emma and an pay as someone there very, very important and a pay so by also examination. Brandon here was no probably home piano. Ya by 80 me at Yama was see baby a 2. You be replacing the camera and so 80 me at Yama. So was no I coca crap. I was saying, I said, "Woman, so you know, and we are we are the patron in Yano. Yeah, the camera at him. I hope say, yeah, was send a man in your fit. Patron say, "Be it me, damn. I hope say, one day, a bit me book a same with patron in Yano. Problem, I did. Baby back up and a bit me account for Adam Patron, Gentleman Dental on one dance and I pay. Yeah, did that patron. Oh, see me and ne. I won't cry. Ha, me patron konungwa. Nwa yeho sanso atomic down and so yeho but o kumase a obekọ report junction yeho total filling station what dey pay eho na yeho and afi techiman me patcho kwan na eko and the techiman market no me patcho eho na ubehu yen kofori therefore eso enko central and the police station ne nchem wo pay the market circle wo na yeho na fitakrade ewo pipe no traffic and as correct FM Omo Junction so Tarisco Junction maybe a park we see in the bank and one me patcho ho and a Gentleman Dental me patcho we na ma no 0559 139 582 0559 139 582 and I say 0598 405 674 0598 405 674 we a number sir me patcho offer Gentleman Dental penny for my double man pay on mejo so that was see problem nyina o ma ye ediama o ho so akocheke wo sebeboa ema na ma etimi akoyi na enso etimi ediamata no nkomo kakra me patcho an pay efiri ho na edi airpa na ebusia Black Starlets under 17 the patcho collapse aba ye kwakwa first screening this my quiet team patcho and na betimi akoyi patcho lesson na eda screening so to play wo ma no befa NKG Unelegs what was the name we got out 15 years 16 14 13 and that one Isa Muhammad Bright Atom Clement Bafo Clinton Patrick Benedict Ahinka Solomon Ose Abdul Manan Malik Calvin Appiah Patrick Ajimai Uretu Jerry Kwame Kofi Patrick Wemo squad Patrick first face no Omekoso Modern Mare say ometimi any opportunity na ometimi aka Ghana yen under 17 squad Patrick ebetimi ahwe na etimi apare na dey hwem say na obetimi koyi ete amaya wo the AFCON a yakopon ya to beto fam ewo Morocco no me pato yemra under 20 enkomo wafu zone B tournament me pato nyame no
95.1
Ghana mano ejina kono na coach ye fe no Simpson me pato penina kasa na yentie Simpson head coach edema Black Princesses nkoma penini tuja all the way Cotonou.
These are the reasons why I think this competition came at the right time. It came at the right time because we are in a preparation to play our World Cup qualifiers with South Africa. And so we've been looking to get international friendlies or exposures for these young girls to test them and to see how they act in different ways. So this is part of it, and it is very important and good for us that many things are being exposed for us to look at it well as a team, analyze them, and then to see how we take it from there. I'm looking forward to see how we deal with it mentally, psychologically too, which is all part of modern football. So it's a good thing in that aspect. So I'm looking forward myself to see how we handle it as a team and how we grow from it.
The Princesses head coach and out in camp. But at pa away na U20 girls match no. Me pacho ebetimi ahwe na etimi atofe. Me pacho Ghana yene Benin and yete airplane exactly 9 a.m. Ghana time and I'm a patch of game no ebetimi ahwe na abaso aya na wa trust na we follow Unia Sports your social media platform in ahwe all the updates no e be hook come on na bibia and so etimi akoso na edi amam WPL Northern Zone resource me patch yan hwe Ghana Women's Premier League no me patch resource no do two yan hwe na yedi ho enkomo kekwa na yan fama ebusuafo na say and patch do nchema week 2 resource no esibi efa call ampem da call this SM no Emma Arsenal ladies but almost intimi anti Northern City etifie Emma FC Samana be shoma kabako omo intimi anti Kumasi Sports Academy and afi Northern ladies game no me pacho obia intimi and shebe na fi Prisons eshe bako Emma Dreams me pacho intimi anti na fi Army ladies and so she bako Emma Police me pacho omo intimi anti na fi soccer intellectuals etina fi Emma first for Warriors for na ebe shoma kam no omo so intimi anti no eye and the Northern region the patch of resource afi over Southern Zona the patch say in a Southern Zone resource no the patch ACB FA Ekoye Hazakes patch omo elusu game no by a goal to nil against Juanita ladies nafi ladies strikers and so SM no Emma ladies patch team Ebakon Tamale super ladies the patch Oshe Bakon Emma Fusua Royals mpacho omo enso esemienu enso matches a mpacho etim etofem enso ho a ene anopi yete enkomo no yete Emma ne ebuso so ye enkomo no eso ewo enkofo enkroso before that no Air Force boys and Air Force girls pacho tour the Ghana and as a tour the Accra beach volleyball no the pacho omo and omo ewini so Air Force volleyball team no the pacho omo and omo ewini bibia kama emo on this weekend ewo Laboma omo and beach wo ema bibia and so itim ekọ so kama pa na pacho enye asam ekuma kwata no enkomo kakra me pacho efiri ho and so eba and na pay yende emunchemu no yeti emane Ghana for ye wie kitu bi on the resource course so ewo amanone na ye fasam no emfa Spurs and United game the pacho 2-2 and eko wie Sanso and Watson as Burnley ekamian sam the pacho team emu na fi Everton ewo Goodison Park no o she Fulham ekamian no Fulham intimate na fi Aston Villa and as I Arsenal and Sunderland game no me pacho 2-2 and wie Chelsea SM Sam Emma Wolves intimi anti afi Nottingham so any in the list game no 3-1 and a Koyem afi Palace and so any Brighton and so the Bueni Emma and the Brighton intimi and Chevy Palace intimi and Chevy afi Brentford and so see fem goals in Miensa Edugwa Tinemu and Newcastle me pacho omo etimo e back na fi Aston Villa SF4 Emma Burnley and a Bournemouth intimi and fi Manchester City and so Miensa Emma Liverpool me pacho wintimi and teno resource the Premiership no etim etof afi Oko Spain resource no say NCB FATM Celta Vigo etifie Emma Barcelona and 9 or Timu Ebakon Valencia and Betis game no 1-1 and a Korea Yafi Ramaoka and a Getafe game no 1-0 a Koye and a Mamaoka for a fee Raya Varacano and a Madrid game no 0-0 and a Ria Bemo and Timmy Fanny Bilbao as a Bacon Emo Viado and Timmy Anti Espanitifie Emma Thomas Partini team Villarreal Akashina Camino Omo and Timmy Antanafi Attico Madrid as a Miensa Emma Leventi the Patronium Ebacon Roman Sanchez Pejuan the Patro Sevilla Enya Bacos Asuna Intimi Anti Girona as a Bacoma Deportivo Araves the Patro 0 Omo Intimas of Elchi and Afi Susan game room the Patro 1-1 and at that particular game room and so it's in a correct way and some of the results have the Patro over the weekend it's in a 12 and that
I don't pay. You didn't come on. Money Ghana for the luckiest. So once again, I pay. Me can't show say I saw the cash. Edugu bottom. Dial *712#. *712#. Not select the option number 1. Not the luckiest. Even you lucky na man be yamao. You lucky na man mo fiska credit tree. Sika 3 day pa na pay. We benya Edugu bottom. Samsung be me select option number 2. And so Edugu na they will choose the ma wadan for to mucho. Wo do for pa. Na no so ye lucky na man ema na chale bia e betimi adem kama na etimi akọ so na etimi etiamao *712#. *712#. Na wa select option bia o bia no community be na manamo kama na bibia and so etimi akosu e dem the luckiest me patro na pay uni cash within the so any the luckiest for wujim cash be ba any the so be say apa na onya kika e de gu botom na bibia and so etimi akosu na etimi edi ama ebusua aha and pay
only 95.1
yedi AC yakopon ya atom na sadom edume na enwumre 7 pm yebese aba na de sebeka bia no ye da to so e de amagana for me the outfit techimesa na sekese enkof me producer Adepa GH me so e ma fei owura the thing e de Appiah Kubi girls no a friend Mr Speaker ono eba na nkrata mu nsam nyina no wotimi ahwe e de won nsam no e da be som so etimi e de ama Ghana for yakram
good news 195.1 yes Nsempa Sports good news 195.1 yes Nsempa Sports Franco, esa the electrical appliances for just washing machines, engine woman yopo, CCTV cameras, any dog clear. You know that several mobile phones, these are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any the account, anyone says you see now. Franco, and I'll bring you the papa, the water from say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, SSO tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden kwa. Here's Franco, Kwabata be a bengu, name of head office, a water braka. One in Roxy Cinema Nedian friend 0246 422 338 and a 055 5939 311 Franco electrical appliances papa Effie luck is everywhere for everyone day. Maintain kakekyo. Miniman kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 asayaba.
Afei mami chewo ekwan a obefo so nye wo ticket go *712#. Na di ehise no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo theluckiestafrica.com se dia me community tickets no so na you lucky number wo betumi so ama system na eyibi ama chere ahia wo pese wutia every 1 Ghana cedi 5,000 Ghana cedi to me for ato tickets no amo before from the hero who pese wutia enye den kra sa wo Ghana mobile money tia na sa wo ampa no ne dia bank card tia ticket bako epo sika no ho pay hanu 500 times we a master ye the community penyanso but me aye emo who do 10 times into combo na yenya lucky na luck baby yeah shawo hoso enye ma wona wondi infie do watching lucky as jumedie enele imrate tre wo Caritas lottery platform no so Nsempa.
Stay with us. Yeah, the throwback o'clock then so at the best some was solid. Na yetime anywhere at the end come on. Na Daily Guide Democrat no Eddie B Abba Anope private sector alley in development Alex Daddy executive chairman at the KGL and Anope ne mfonyi ɛda ɛyɛ Daily Guide abokracha no anima. St. John's Hospital is healthcare provider of the year as well. And pay offer a year Daily Guide the Bokracha na one more edi aba SML petitions Mahama over GRA contract. All the details no and pay ninyina no ewa ham but your Daily Guide the Bokracha no apeja edi aba. Na Parliament grills CJ nominee and Justice Paul Bafuboni and Fonye and the acting Chief Justice and they the Daily Guide the Bokracha no edi aba the bono edi aba. It is expected that the appointment committee in Parliament this week will face a year the acting Chief Justice and Anope Daily Guide the Bokracha no edi and Komoboni no edi aba. Depth imaging complete oral TB detection project. Details no ewaha Anope Daily Guide apeja edi aba. Graphic air report che Anope 2024 GJ Awards Asidiba tops all. Nina no Anope ewo enim hanum na otumfo say to the second emfonye edda Hassan so the Asantehene and afi President Mahama and so ewa hanoma ni mfonye edda ha enti congratulations to Godwin Asidiba yenia yenua yene no ewo efia ha Asidiba tops all enti Anope the team kwa na yebona baso on behalf of Media General. He's done a yeoman's job wa ye jumapa enti the 2025 Ghana Journalist Association Awards and we say one more day abasobodi ni nyina no at the amano. Now we will deepen press freedom. President Mahama at GJA Awards enti adope pay Mahama shebo say na ban yi so de obehwe ama ensem trofo wo mo fa ho die ene said de won benya kokudro e de ayombo ni nyina no ebetimi awie peye enti omanpanyin emfonyin eda ha adope graphic democrat no apeja ede aba edim hanoma adope Omo abo amane. Public sector workers get 9% salary increment. Now, medical boss so they assured that say Labor Minister together with the labor union sahudo ni na ano eshia. Now say ye ka say ahead of the 2026 budget hearing no aban ahwe say aban adwumayefo aketua montumo no ebe kosro kakra enti 9% ana afia ye bewura mu no ebeba na afi etimi aboa. Eno nso ka ho bi ma minimum wage no eno nso emu apija enti anope graphic amanebo ne dia wode apa eno no fa Ghanaian Times no eto aso na yenko yanim.
Kwame me the Ghanaian Times eto aso dia Ghana for and na na front page of Ghanaian Times as a omo print no ink no san enti no adene ba kwata e front page no na TV3's Godwin Asidiba is 2024 best journalist and then I denim tetwa na menu kase Godwin Asidiba or BBC odin quick akra ho o be kaya Godwin afi na fi pa afi we yango position papa yefunu ofumi ba yefuna ye nshira
do are they winning the Kwabena Dumo awards for the year.
Yeah, for the year. And Timino Kase, because of that, and no or BBC Ameno Kase, and Tino went to Mukwanko PM, I will Kumase and Kwanko Jisa. Nemom no, yeah, Yanko for Mujimai or Mokoji, and Tino Gordon Asidiba, Yankopon, Asian Baby. Over the center spread. I wore Ghanaian Times. I also know HSA President Mahama assures journalists of safety, freedom of expression. And this is what President Mahama Soka say. Media my pains on the na in central for Hobetomo, Yan Chemo, Yan Fatum, and Medina, Mabuano, and the Chemo, and Momo Abumo, and Frustratimo. Na media, Memo Bia a bambo, a bayoke. Freedom of expression, so and also Memo Bia Akanasem, Mingagiobi, say TV station, radio station, Kamasama. Mention and country NCSA. Mention and your musician chicka. I want to know mocha. Mimi Dabi, me Yanisa. Media open if you want to express yourself, you can go ahead.
But what kind of Cyber Security Act, the amended version? No?
Yes.
What can
Ma but you're careful. Power say your parliament approve power omobenyano. People will take advantage of it. So we have to be very careful.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to your political space, people will take advantage of it. we ought to be very careful. At the end, oh yeah, what you may say because more bemuntino, me pushy. Never refuse will say, me fear bear more. None of it take over no, and then obey you so. The same thing is happening to Yoko now. MPP time and Omko passes Amrana Emma Yoko the power to arrest.
Exactly.
And they at the same Kwame. And they at the same
well
and they want omo pens omo pushes Embrano. Omo yanka Sambrano Crambo. Yes, omo yanka then no omo abemu. And in year Charles said Dabi idea wo ya wo de kwose yen pass ma wi. Ebeha dwen dachi. All say ndey omo awo omo an ye twen mo fam sa ye twen mo fam sa enti ne ma no bi ho no ma let's not say because me and me power ntino me push bill bi ma yem pass ya ye nhwe in the future.
Okay.
Enyama ade baba enti Kwame issue no
well mama now I say so the NWC right
and the story said
but it's just about 23 minutes after 8 my young Nayan Kayeti was another pay the acting chief justice Ebeko appointment committee no any
okay nice one
Justice Bafu Boni Ebeko kopiem wo a parliament the appointment committee the vetting no baso 11 am ya na parliament appointment committee no ebetoto na no na womo ahwe said your mampanya boni din say wo substantive chief justice
no
ejuma no obetimi ana say wontimi enti a lot of issues no will come up there na afi yebetimi e de ho nkomo in the coming days but vetting no ye ne enti no ebe happen surely emoto ankosi say no do ba akombode na ade say womo ahyase dada but enkomo bebre na no ewo ho mabobo bi so achew say week we no a very busy week busy in the sense ene helicopter ekonya eye akwanhia ministers any state personnel ahodo pi na no fa mo hwe wo mo nkwa no ene ade say committee no be present your report e dia more mampanyin
okay
yentimi nkam wasem bebre until say report no akọ
yes
the assurance ye wono any say by watchina say the National Security Council no receive a report no and we are by Ochina President Mahama say obe make a report in the public
okay
by Ochina Tuesday the 11th of November na ukuyade di anymore so it is expected say President Belanche the Nkokon Kitten program. And none now will be say unim so more lunch dada. Woman lunch dada. The omodi can lunch no
and any day
24-hour economy no more lunch. Oh, say 24-hour economy no a model under 8 your friend no grow Ghana and grow 24 hours. Okay.
Grow Ghana, eat Ghana.
And no one more lunch. That equally has to do with the agric sector. As I say, agric sector no minister no spearhead ma afi say ekuafo no ebetimi ayekua na sikua no all round the year regardless of season ayi wom and as a season ayi betimi erem but unim say enkokon keten yade a ebeye very popular last year ahead of the election emba the new patriotic party koka say enkrofo dwen said the digital ways ebeye niema sesa economy no yes, but the assertions were that in Nkokon Kitten program is to take away the levels of importation when it comes to a frozen chicken, okay? And the kra ediba o mani ma ye nkokwa ye kokra dia beni nyina. President Mahama espoused the vision to be at least every household ebusuani bia na efie bia mu no yenya nkokobu obi mfansi achi te said the first nanka ye garden wo yefie achi ne ade no
kanen kwa na wo
exactly na ebuo ni si achi onye ye bema nkokọ na wakasa wo benyen na afi achimi ayeden aboa said ye be ya ebema the levels of import when it comes to chicken no ebetimi abras to a far extent the vision of the program no cry and say ban export of chicken as I say nkokon kitten program etimi yisa de ne cry de e free ho Jamaica not just
sure.
So that Ghana no as a country no ebe self sufficient when it comes to providing chicken na afi ya hwe say yɛn poultry farms ahodoɔ companies a ɛyɛ farms a wɔn nyɛ nkokɔ ne adeɛ no wɔn betumi anya the required ɛyɛ nkokɔ a wɔn betumi anya wɔn. Again, President, ahead of the campaign, I don't know how the program framework will look like, but promises are binding my yebi and it's a nkokɔ nkete program yɛbɛkyɛ buo. Edi amo bi opeso oje bia ni ache nkokɔ no so di amo ani amo aduane no so di ayeden edi aka ho
na was started
wo di ane se obemu ani ayeden akɔ ho again president pese ode eno e create more jobs for the youth and we youth na we are willing say obe go into poultry farming na I mean this is the biggest opportunity say nkokɔ nkete program no eba ubetimi enya that opportunity now also why part of it and nana Wednesday that is going to happen but as to kwanya womubefa so a roll out program no ni nyina no will come at the time ya launch program na every the policy document on the program the framework timelines okay bra e sha se ni ade wo pese we involve e kwanya befa so also you can become a part of it because for the first time me person Kwame try bi
onye
emenye nkokɔ ni bi
nkokɔ da ho
there be menye bi da but I want to try it na mahwe said the ebesi
ebesi say we obi a what na ekwasi kakra emwa yen eye one of the things na yetaye pa me especially me aponchi eyen wodwan eyen nkokɔ 95.1 inti na eba no sa yenre animal is something that I love and I think the reason here akwakoye say youth any interested when it comes to anything that has to do with farming it is because yen packaging ye and for my youth inti I think this time around so much me packaging ye so much me branding ye na omoma youth ye wo say say nkokɔ na o nyanya sika ubenya wom no a ebehwe abusua no bigger
okay
because on say and the youth in bebre na omo aka say I want to me person me ko galamsey site na me ko ye adwuma na me yeska no it is because of sika ebia the level of amount to be all person eba nsem every month every week enti na dwembe no so say the only ejuma metumi aye ne say meko kurase na amount for galamsey metumi na mom no isi etumi e package ni yie na e brand ade ni yie na omo hu mfaso de a ebeba ho say okay sem kokɔ no onyan na say du level wo ya obetumi aton no this amount and as onyan po a aban no kra no ba beto efi wo hodom na nkoba no so ye me kra na me kwakɔ ye kofa ne say o me na me yen ade na me wi ma akɔpɛ obi obeto dabi na mom me yen wi a aban na ba beto because me no kase Kwame ye school feeding nduane a ayaye
yeah
aban to enema bebre
exactly say ni nyina ka ho nti
aban to enema bebre
this program no
and when you package it to na o man ya we say o yan wi a aban ne ba beto fi wa wo na aban ne de ama schools I think that youth will be interested because I don't think say what na pa na wako ebuo ho na wakako yiyi mwa no efreezes no prepare why ne kama no ama mo eduane nsuo say mwa no nyini no I don't think say too difficult idea a young man into me yet
okay
but how do we package it
we'll live to see how things will turn out after the launch of it now getting media 95.1 and that is what to expect but again budget no ever expectations now we are being told sir Standards and Poor, okay, S&P, I rated Ghana B+. Say for now, no economy, no. The big story. It's not a nine show. Now again, S&P, say they are expecting inflation no will continue to remain single digits throughout to the end of the year 2025, and even into 2026. No, still Ghana. Ebetimi enya a single digit inflation. Now what it means and it's they are projecting Ghana's economy must look better. Okay, even in the midst of the fact next year some of the coupons under the domestic debt exchange program are okay. Coupons need to be mature. We need to be paying bilateral creditors. You do one more there. Some of them period extension. I want more it will come. So from next year, ECOSI 2027, no government will have to be dealing with all of these things. What you say? Na etimi abua so that a buying so betimi a position to be able to pay our debt. Onim say edru baby no na yen debt to GDP. Ofa Ghana ha niema ye nyina. Na oshedi producing nyina. Now compared to a car as a country. It was quite beyond your GDP as a country. Now what happened again was that you could drew baby as a country no your car near nyina no na yentiminya den entua. Okay. So Nanado and then the team had to go in and then renegotiate. Some of them bilateral creditors, countries a very important one like China. Okay. We needed to negotiate. And only external debt you renegotiating some of them. Ebimonso honoma, one more Eddie Canibi chair, one more tete, so said the bear or minor Yahubehin high. Again, domestically, Oba my Ghana more. There are people now are purchasing, are buying bonds, okay? Wamodi omusika to bonds, any idea, coupon rates, maturity periods, S1, now buying intimintia.
Sending I do level be
okay.
A haircut in a buyer.
Exactly. So haircuts any idea in ebemo, and then government had to renegotiate and say, baby, I drew the intimintia, and you be postponing, said the beya, you bet me a mamu payment plan, any dear kika. What you say? And Sanya money in ewo. But over the weekend, bidding komobi or baby, Nana, there is a serious thing happening in this country. It looks as if you refikakra. When him say banking sector cleanup nearby, before I be a debt exchange program, near the kind of banking sector cleanup.
Yes.
There are companies and financial institutions non-crofo investment with them. Okay? San crofo ni nyina no wamusika ye den ekokem. Okay? Okaya President Mahama in 2024 promise say banks no kwanya ye fa so go bi mu at the time and betimi are recapitalize na yama wo musika dia so omo ase na ban mom ani akwa adwuma wo mo ye ya nya ne sa. Now President Mahama promise say NDC ba power in 2024 what the government no ebeye no any say they will have a critical look at the banking sector cleanup exercise a course or no believe we say banks ni bi ho no ma ye gi omo license a yan famra kwan so na gi and as if famra kwan so kra na I mean reasons are ye gi license na di go no
na a week
no san crofo no obesa restore omo licenses okay again enkrofo a wo musika kokamu a yantua womuka at the time a cleanup no buy especially one more na aye investment with those investment banks near the end ni nyina no dear president promises say na buy ne ba wo beye as we speak now unim say enkrofo a wo musika ekika ka mu ni nyina no besi ne bebre na ho a wo musika wo monsankan okay bebre na ho musika wo monsankan now those people are beginning to complain say omampanyin baye 1 year down the line 2025 budget ignore them one more and said that make provisions be for them in as much as year for the debt exchange program when him say coupons in the mature maturity what it means is that me to bonds me invest in bonds for a period of 6 months me certificate I indicate say my investment so 6 months there was a percentage promise I buying at the mommy and me expect say sa interest ebeba beka misika bottle na me investing and I'm expecting say me interest in ebeba na ababe add up to me principal amount of money me the year investment okay now some of these people when maturity stages ni so ya yentimintua no aban say I mean, on period basis, obetua, now a lot of them are saying, say, Wamusika no so are buying to me then and budget now no carries a lot of expectation, especially for next year. Sandy way no maturity stages no a bit to me a drew. it is expected say aban betimi ayede etua again medical boso o hwe graphic enim ho a aban adwumayefo aketua ntumu 9% and aban say for the year 2026 obetimi di ayede e de ama wom labor minister any labor unions no leaderships no ehia aye negotiation ama minimum wage has been increased by 9%. Okay, and a lot more of the expectations again say aban ebetimi ayen hihye ebetimi aboa ma edwadifo nso ho ahenhan now utie President Mahama waka say the fluctuation ayenya in terms of the exchange rate into offer CD no na offer dollar na as I say yetimi peg at a certain level okay say 12 Ghana cedis and a peg at as I say gina 12 Ghana cedis for a period of time so that importers any exporters ebetimi planning because my dollar etiba form bebrea exporters complaining because exactly omo complaining because dollar lose some level of value enti omo niema na omo de kwa ameno ni nyina na omo koton wi a dollar na omo benya niema back no iswa now my dollar nso gain much more weight than the cedi. What it means is that importers are almost almost ebebre and then they will begin to complain. Mind you, whether import or export, the industries I work Ghana no a bit more raw materials and a deba.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and definitely obekra so we kra no person ye exporter. Okay, definitely and money be honoma a bona and favana. What it means is that the production no sika wodi shame no or babe boka to that extent. And all these expectations are there. Now it is expected that finance minister no should be able to manage the economy and tell us, say, okay, going into next year, for the first half of the year, for the first 6 months, this is what we are looking at. And by our projections, cedi will stand at this level with the dollar, so that you can as well, monitor, okay, and then ubetimia observe it for that period. Now the ubetimia kabiem so and it's they are not expecting a buying so the taxes be beba. Okay, and by renewal of one more mandate, now the government taxes are what they beba say 0% for or more there. And your taxes at the port no be you must consider it.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so it cannot be say exchange rate here with inflation here yet or taxes no boom they will still complain. And all these things expectation. Plus the many other programs are buying way ankasa a promises say senyame na domdo we ni power obetimi ayeden aye. Now the fight against corruption on the issues of sika yeshri the air course or public accounts committee enim in the last few weeks a committee netina say one more year dwuma nyina people are expecting the ripple effect and say ebetimi are reflected on this budget. Aban should be able to tell us clearly the effort and measures I will be taking to be able to fight some of these things going into next year. And the expectations are much. Now Ghana for one so share ni say programs are hold are buying a cast or bay plus 95.1 projects. Okay, when him say president launching the big push agenda.
They were launching.
President said in the next 2 years, he's pleading say Ghana for one because of my money no a bay construction site or area. What it means is that there are so many enclaves in this country. Baby abefebiano, okay? Construction now people are saying say they do not anticipate the Akufo-Addo time nibi. Say every year for 3 consecutive years, President Akufo-Addo ne Amwakwata declare year of rose for 3 consecutive years. Okay?
But Ankusiaga.
I'm only explaining what happened in the past.
But me
say,
say,
for 3
I may just say Ankusiaga. And I can give you a typical example of it.
For 3 consecutive years. Every year be a year and a corner year for bar. Yes, you I fear by a year of roads. Okay. Edidi mua toll booths, you closing it down. Now, if the government is going to reintroduce toll booths, I was to say now, by now, the roads minister and the finance minister should be telling us the new modalities are what go now governs MITS yes you be reintroduce tools no but you be no electronically na ye mo bia nkotena so begigi sika bi now o pese wo ye electronic boot ahe na betimi abuild because again Nana Kwame say ye ka say the length of our roads and the sizes of our roads emususa pa entino se wo pese wo de electronic boot crano esiso for instance they said the Ura University of Ghana Legona wo mo aye na ahe na wo betimi asi in that stretch of road. Okay, by now the minister in charge of roads should be telling us aban air fast wire side because from last year to ebabesi this year, even before President Kufuor exited power, and asenso buachimuma yeti say it is likely say road tolls the best babiem. This year you hinted that say road tolls the babiem. Yeah, we akwa kosi na wiye. We've heard nothing about the road tolls. Any kwanya yebefa so ayeye. Now, if you go to the motorway, you see some level of construction. The question is that yeba ye motorway no a revamping na wie ni akase ye nyito bia wo so ana. Now motorway no konya defect. I mean sika be na yebekwa kotam e de ababe nie because already with the road fund no a collateralize a period that would be do ho no enya nso ye. The American not yes. And these are a lot of issues, require a lot of answers, and there are a lot of expectations. Say a buying budget eba yawade. I mean, ebe put a lot of measures in place to ensure say some of these things, Ghana nina dreamu iron clear, and there should be a clear focus and direction on my way echo in terms of the management of our economy. Okay, in terms of our finances, revenue generation, Kwame na buying ebe fasua obe raise sika ediaba no wetimia spend this sika no because o revenue no will raise sika will generate must correspond it with expenditure will make it. Enti abaye ne say meye ABCD meye say no it must equally correspond with revenue generation. Enti say won fat taxes ma what will be the new methods, the new modalities a buying befaso or betimi the iden a generate sika so that sika na will generate ubetimi a spend it on the project I will person we yede we edema Ghana for within the year. And these are very key issues. Maminti on it and sign about
one of the things may expect to say budget no ebe capture no. I say 95.1. I say na the SWA government ye roads from Ufe Bridge Road now. Nungwa
Road no. Yes.
Udu
the roundabout ne flyover
barrier. Udu Nungwa barrier omoye overpass bi honum. Ama to an extent that affected the junction more na
okay.
I affected it because we say omoye na do level bi no. Oma poso. Intino as a BB and Koso honum.
Okay.
Enti amount for the do now so be junction mon so akwa business no. Amount mo business no so no aye BB ho asansa drop it. So I'm expecting and that road no it leads to the main harbor.
Okay.
And the harbor no so ye baby aban no ye ne sika dodo na afi. Harbor no ye baby aban ni sika dodo no onye na bebre na afi harbor. I'm expecting that budget ne be capture the aspect of that road now. Lead to the main harbor now. Emma abaning his scan.
Okay.
To me and go back to the site. Now to me and make sure that road because Kwame it's a major road. A major road and the way or not almost beam I know double lane. By far no a bit me aboa the aspect of harbor and near mom diffi harbor bar ebimu nko use motorway because it stands na no motorway no square so edwuma wo so and the beach road near
alternative road
amafo betumi use and a beach road no so no odu nungwa barrier overpass use na it's been locked edwuma no entumi nko so no and you ask yourself say amamfo no omko habo ko yi omo niama na yenye sika wo mo hodom no road no apply to the harbor no at saying so these are the areas I am praying that your budget no bit me capture no muntu we that road no na ema amanfo no omo import niama na amanfo omo export niama na omo apply that beach road na omo lead to harbor no that road
must be considered
yes.
in the budget.
Yes,
clearly, I agree with you. Oko a year, for instance, Chakra de Nsua, okay, such a flyover and an overpass. I mean, anyhow you want to put it. President Akufo-Addo Eshe Biase Ewo a jeep runabout. Now, say ye kase that enclave no ukodruho. Okay, the road that lead to the Takoradi Airport. Offer the airco a year Nsempa. Aguna Kwanta enclave name, and then on your right side the lead to Paipano and Anaji enclave name ne de ka ho nyina clearly obehu say area ni mu nyina no ayebasa. Okay, what it means is that we would have to put the place in shape. Baby a wo mo sha ase ye adwuma ni dru ye no, the concerns are that sika ne ho enti contractors na ye every site. Okay, sika na SSA government of Ghana etua de so contractors no de so no womo anye for that reason no amomo asese omo de manyina every site. Now udru takra this is ya obehu se bibia nse da anye den enkoso ewo ho. Now the question is that ye de ensanya ye den akan wi. Okay, so we are talking about government project abandada no eden nsa kan ya akan wrema. Say ye say for the purposes of sika ne ho any excuses one or two be a bebanti sani money nyina na daso ye den ewo. Now a very important one agenda 111,
very important.
Okay, building 111 hospitals across the country. Now President Mahama must as well know say sani money nyina your money sika ne de yensa ye den e de akwakoshim. So to a far extent sika no ye to agudada. Okay, and there are some of the projects President Mahama by sector no as I see making sure say there a existing ones and yet me a clear ni nyina ye den ewie ansa na ye be shefo frase ya shefo frase. Now projects like roads there Nana Kwame baby a wo be fa across the country bia no obi ahia kwan okay o visit ahemfo be 10 emu 8 to 9 and now almost 10 ni nyina be catch us say
yakwan ye
omo akwan ye enti akwan de you cannot stop it. But there are certain infrastructural projects very important say abanda dan shasi a one year no. I mean this budget you know must ensure say ebe capture sa na money nyina because again for the year 2025 there okay I mean somewhere March and a minister every day a year the 2025 budget ankasa wonim say abanda da ne koye no transitional budget a wo mo year ya ansa na abanda da ne free ho no for the first quarter I mean January February ABC March and on na aban foforo year by na AUC the year juma again I feel now be your appointment near there so much cannot be done in your first year agreed but going into next year no there's a lot more of expectation because Ghana and Ibiano would the belief said by now a bino are settled. Your government is in full shape and at the local level no okay local governance structure and the level no MMDCs where ye okay or district coordinating directors are one more year juma baby where ye
all the necessary
appointments you be your chief executives where you are deputies the kika kan where you nina
why your board
nina ba ambassadors where you are ministers where you are so now you are in full operation and the point is that you have no reason to fail the Ghanaian people.
Only excuse BRB.
And see, what I want the government to know.
The big story. 195.
And again, understand, no, and it's for the year 2026 and 2027, much is expected of the NDC. Especially because, Nana Kwame, 2026 year Koremi, say NDC as a party and as a government, and to me and deliver much more on the promises of the Ghana for okay 2027 will be very difficult for them. Now reason by 2026 ending Ekora 2027 no the government whether you like it or not a bit destabilize kakra okay
of course
a bit destabilize because there are interests that are growing out of certain people within the government now.
Obimu
person president. And clearly, President Mahama said uncontested BM in 2028. Okay, the NDC as a party.
So say uncontested BM.
Well, was Wakaso uncontested BM, but nobody knows. Now the point is that what I'm saying is that by 2027, as a party, echo the early Congress. Okay, mind you. January 2026, NPPA you are more flag bearer. Okay, the new patriotic party in the a whole 2 to 3 years.
3 years
period. Bearer upon the exit of President Mahama. Now, what it means is that 2027 crown womu beko sa early Congress na. Womu yi nipa na, the person must have at least 1 full year or more to be able to bet me a marketing because a new candidate I will present. Okay, if it happens, NPP, you Dr. Bawumia, the popularity already, and the NDC will have a serious job to do, and much of the job NDC, any party, any abayene is also dependent on the achievement of President Mahama.
Of course.
Okay, and that make us say the year 2026, cannot be a joke for the government. Okay. If there is any year, I say Abani is serious and very focused on a Niema or Peso or the year 2026. Okay, and the budget or expenditure plans or revenue modalities are Peso to secure all those revenues. Any policies are Peso implementing must strictly be on point.
Right.
Now, it must be on point so that there will be a reason and something to tell the Ghanaian people. Say, look, this is what President Mahama is doing. And for that matter, whoever emerges the next flag bearer of the NDC in the bar, and no campaign, okay? And 2025, understand? We understand it perfectly. Mo person mo ensure accountability. Enti ekadwuma no yoko chasing crofo national security bo rank crofo fie ni nyina sa ne mani nyina sisi this year.
Ni na akadwuma
no. Now the people are expecting real hardcore results.
Action
to be given. So what you change crofo edin crofo court. Okay? Prosecution here with certain cases by end of 2026 a result necessary to Ghana for nothing more nothing less.
I don't know to me back
normal press conferences and your court and say and investigate you those concert parties cannot happen again.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, even if it happens, Ghanaians will not take it. The American you can decide as a government you want to play to the gallery, but Ghana one will not accept that because there is a standard that one would measure the leadership and what they say. Okay, yes, the exchange rate may be good, your inflation figures may be good, any idea, but the true reflection on the people's life, the standard of living, okay, and say the index, the Human Development Index. Not yet say in terms of progress. I mean, a buying you buy saying and the standard of living, saying the city, all those things must reflect the figures are obeyed. Coupled with infrastructure project, I hope at the support. And I mean, this is more than a crucial moment for the NDC and the government.
2026 President Mahama we juma ye na juma na obeye no one ni appointees and be say juma pa and appointees no so no almost money various agencies and be juma no what it means is that obi to be fail
exactly
enti obi a obeye na dwen say dachi bi no me higher position enti no
enti me nyire mo nya
ne nkwa juma no so no quickly so quickly so in a because NDC flag by na omobeyi no eniama pa President Mahama ebeye no
eno so no
obegina so ade bebo hu dewro se monhwe nia me papa ye na mfa nto aba ama me ana mebwa
exactly
until when you are we are appointees we are minister we are CEO na say bia wo so aiming at a higher office in human
to becoming the next flag bearer.
You are aiming at a higher office.
I see you fast.
I see you fast if you know.
Okay.
Because one sheni here ninsa be wo form. because Oba, you know, I say he's still enjoying the
goodwill
or enjoy power. Until next year, no, say Eban say Obi delay, Obi din Nsempa, Obi ma scandal bina ebe denti the image because this time here by what he's or the scene in so
I careful.
I'm careful. Me ye juma be a live legacy na da be me baby cross or so baby presenter. A man for target say papa buy no. I'm very. Until this was when me ye juma so na magana for. Until appointees be a why na say over denti the image no quickly so in if you.
Okay. You Senate in Nsem no so. Okay, but I just wanted to explain some of these things so that Ghana expectation, I mean, will be met because you know Ghanaians, you know expectations. Okay, me offer me chrome kwanya. I expect that by any
maybe there. Aguna is a kwanya who nanya papa. Aguna sabane nimpotem. Kwame. Serious power. Aguna is a kwanya who nanya.
Oh, kwanya na.
A kwanya who nanya papa.
Okay, Western region there you'll be sad. And so these are the expectations, but me them saying the coming day and then Monday until Ochinakosi Wednesday, we'll have more detailed conversation. You better the perimeters and the measures are buying the scene and so beginning the year. Okay, now Yashe baby are buying etimia yen in the mano aqua kodo. But when him said last year. There was a conversation about SNIT hotels be a woman.
Yeah.
Woman say hotels, you know, it's non-performing. You can't say non-performing. And what it means is that hotel said they nice year.
And first come
that's
the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. And you know, so hotels, you know, SNIT forecast say nanka woman pay investors. Investors, you know, ekofan komo bebre na no de yede buy. Now, over the weekend, Ube post to baby SNIT still searching for strategic investors and partners. Baby that conversation keeps happening. And then this is a reoccurring conversation as you're having as a country. Now, you who the focus point. SNIT as an institution, what does it stand for? Okay, what kind the National Pensions Regulatory Act? It tells you clearly the mandate of SNIT. Okay, and the National Pensions Regulatory Act no ma what here say SNIT ne dia obey nyina ne say it is supposed to manage pensions in this country. And we are buying juma yeni, we are individual, we are juma in a private company, they can't be because of your future. As I see, you contribute a certain amount. On behalf of you, said the Beya, we are Juma Dach, who call whom Jimwa, when Yamobona won't cobrain.
And I will say, Sassicanum, a Juma, who Yenisika yet, exactly, yet to Hama for the future. Yes.
And SNIT yet is a Sikana manner, as SNIT no and manages Sika.
Yes.
Na Sikano, Yashesi are managing the year man fast once why then so that at any point in time, say we year Juma now drew age of retirement, SNIT ebetimi enya Usikano edia support him. Simplicity.
And no.
Now SNIT no I dream on in Shisha mono. See at the tune kakra de SNIT na as so on so what me this can be called investment because as Canada account musa and emphasis biama and SSS SNIT no a pay investment a profitable investment venture na one more this can be yeden ekoshim said the beya sikano SNIT edge no and also benyi no mo nya bi dia boa. In fact, we've seen several instances in this country aban ho akire na yes SNIT abo aban bosia because eden aban do car obeden obetua. Okay, now such investment, strategic investment SSS SNIT edge no ana wo mo akoto equity. So they have equity holding in some hotels in this country. And to offer a hotel and a resort like Buzwa Beach Resort a year and Nsempa in the western region. A very beautiful place. First January be a hona ne yeko. Yamfo anko Buzwa Beach on 1st January. Not just a one, but those times na yeko dwantwi. And a 1st January, New Year beer, Kodwenchi will be there and then play. Okay, but the saying that SNIT, the major or the majority shareholder in that resort. Now, Yebeka say, resorts like Buzwa Beach Resort, and to me generated the needed resources and as he cares say a generate income as say generate. In fact, when declare profit in pon why na say obetua dividend e de ama eye the shareholders. Now offer a year lapam a sin cry ha. Even if say a proximity na ye hwa obega say bia Buzua beach there baby a one or a kwanwa and for people to go there no as I say deliberate. But again, people who are within the western region in the enclave Takwa Bogoso Asenkregwa, a lot of people come there. Especially during the festive seasons. What you say? And companies near the end person more conferences, near workshops near there, womokoho ekoje. But proximity nti yemfa no ntonche.
Okay.
Then comes La Palm. Okay? La Palm Royal Beach Resort. I mean, in the greater Accra region. What is so happening here, La Palm, and you're profitable as we speak. To an extent that Snit no ebeka say month on month basis. As I said, Snit ekofa sika di free baby fufro. Na wamo de support La Palm. And sana La Palm etimi etuya ni utility bills. Okay? And the electricity, water, and all the other bills kahuni nyina no until say Snit bekwa kofa sika e de free baby fufro e de aba no. La Palm na nkasa ntimi generate sika kra e ma ne timi tua saa ne ma. Okay, now these are very serious concerns as a nation, especially you put your minds to it. Now the question again is that say ukita the highest equity in terms of shares. Now one, adiani profitable. Okay, and it's more or less like as majority shareholder no, there be a sika koshim, sika na adi koshim no so e mabak anamfaso kra ba ho. Why continue to hold it? That is the question. I mean, professionally, Obia will need investment. Now, oti business, BS, will let you understand the point. Say, business, you come see be making profits.
Of course.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Of course.
And if at the end of the day, say entity ni wo na entity no enye profitable, ye nyesika bia en free. Na wo as a shareholder no kra no, yetimi ama bi so, afi ye bibia wie ye tua ye ho aka nyina wie ye no. Sika aka ye nsema ye mfa so woni. Okay, enti aka 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis ni aye adwen say ye besa ye reinvestment of 600 Ghana cedis. Enti say mo ye nipa nan ana mo share mo equity e wo mo a. I mean ye mo be 100 cedis. And also ye mo mfa so a mo nya. Then what becomes the essence of holding on to that equity? Okay? Now the question again, and so ebe ye say ye pese ye lazy off and I say ye ma ye equity no ye shareholding capacity no ebiko na investors timidi omusika beshim na sustain the operations of this hotel sir. Okay, how do we go about it? How do we go about it in there is by law, because company law no bet sure the SSA. But the question no any say why pa na ye reasonable oba be ye investment one may ye majority shareholder as a private person. First of all, what's the management wo ho no enkoyie nti sika ntimi nye den emma. Now Mr. Wonder say me di misika beba behye me willing say me di misika behye. Say me di misika behye ma wo as the majority shareholder no. What you are saying is that you are not willing say ube carry away majority shares e dey ama Wonder.
You still want to control.
So you still want to control.
Because me why was na wo control na dey nkoyie.
Exactly. So person will control there. What it means is that you must still hold on to your majority shares, because at the end of 100%, now who was 70% shareholding now. Okay, what it means is that Mr. Wonder Urban, who Senate who was 70%, maybe a different person was the remaining 30%. By virtue of the fact say who was 70% equity no, who now control BBR. Now, Mr. Wonder said me person me di misika beshim. Enti mami 40 and now mami 50%. Na me majority shareholder in terms of equity. Na me to say be ametimi atoto niema ye. Say management of the hotel kra necessary asesa. Ye betimi asesa I employ a professional. Renovation be and e was ye betimi aye. Was it there be? We are looking for investors, but we are not giving out total control.
Kwame.
Obeka ordinary
exactly.
Mr. Speaker,
why be exciting is over the
okay, La Palm Crown, La Palm ya. Those days, Ghana ya can hotels are na omu dina monai swa. Na La Palm. Na me for they say omo brand no na ewu. Na okay even Labadi Beach Hotel make us say omo share just a common wall.
Yeah.
Yet say in 2024 no Labadi Beach Hotel make a profit of $80 million. Na La Palm ya first ye body ya it say ene Kempiski. And then so no sabi you ehwe goguo. Elbia enyi na ni wo ho. Ama say kankwan ne ebo a. Me feel say one I was a management no SSA. Two I was a rebranding. Your rebranding and now crowd can say even the renovations be and be cost or what. The last time when me would I think about 2 years or 3 years ago no. Now we share paintings, now we share infrastructure and hon kwane buy or what. Me feel say and they want to be found to Brefo hotels here abayi ho. Emma and Kwafompo and in say ye got it La Palm. Now first grand master Mr. Speaker La Palm ubede ejina enim ho mpo ka say wo wurem. Who bon ubede dey anya kwanya mpo ka say wo jina enim ho. Ansa na waka say o mi wurem akọ inside mpo. Wontimi. And na de hwene ho atita kopansam. Na say wo akuta majority shareholder. Oboka. Wo hunu ya wo de bottle anu mfa kora enko hye. Na o pese wo jai shares ni mo bi. Na onipa on pese no so be majority shareholder na say ye kwan say bai. Na say wo nipa mu nankasa no hwea wo se mu ntimi hwea. Ye so kon so a wo se ebumi kon. Na ne ye kwan say bai. I feel said they are not ready. Say omema sa hotels here hold on me saying ebenya ne baby ejina yi. I feel said they are not ready for it.
Well, so Kwame, there is a data that I want us to speak to, but before that, no, my main far asidani be a bills microcredit. I don't pay one more Roma and a support here. Now bills is being cancer say and pay say when this one no say one kasa obey with Juma and I say ube be with Juma dia pacho akwenya kese and aba ede amount bills microcredit willing one more are you ready say and one more disika at the best with Juma no anyway this one no more ede amount pa so wa wo ye wadwuma dada mpacho o pesika e de ahyem se de be ya wadwuma no emu ebetimi ebie na watimi afa foforo nso a anope bills se wo mo ebe ye ne sa e de amount eno nti de obe ya ne se woni wo mo ebedi enkomo wo mo hia collateral ana bills enhia se woni wo mo ebe ye adwuma ana woni wo benya account ewo eye wo mo aso eye de wo hia no eye wo Ghana card wo ye obi a wo ya ban adwuma ana wo ya nkrankra adwuma abosome so a ana woje waketua anope bills adaromenti mpacho wo mo se bra de wo pese wo ye bia project bi esi wani so bia no wo mo betimi aboa ama won so wani so ade hunu no etimi awie peye anope from bills na woni wo mo ni nkomo on 0596 920833 0596 920833 and for 0302 200390 0302 200390 na woni bills microcredit any enkomo anope na womo adaruma womo ebeje so pa bills pacho terms and conditions apply anope be a part of it na luckiest adaruma pacho season 3 no eguso a ekoso in December bosumi a ye kwako remu no ade se ye de ye draws ni nyina no e de behyehyɛ so adopay lucky se me control say ube win a lot of cash there as say utimi e de ho hyemu bi dial star 712 hash na select option 1 pacho option 1 no ebeboa ma wonsa etimi account special ticket no e was special numbers a no ebetimi aye part of the draw na jameboa na o draw no numbers no ebope na chese picking cry you on your way to winning big and better and opay luckiest adaroma ana womo eye ni say option 2 no obeko luckiestafrica.com na was selected community ticket na afi wetimi etwa wodie ewo so womo adaroma you stand a chance of winning big with luckiest be lucky wherever you are and everywhere you are terms and conditions apply womo adaroma ana no pay womo so aboaye yade Nsempa dwumadie ene nkomo ahodo a yaboso ni nyina no ede brom pacho mame enna wase once again but just as I was saying Kwame, there is a data I want us to quickly run through it pacho momfanto Facebook my na yentimi eni ho nkomo kakra for the purposes of yetie for any guest womo atenase in the studio we are na betimi abom so it's 10 after 9 so Senate no equity shares holding, I mean, in not just the 3 hotels. And the hotels are profitable. Senate, shares, more, Labadi Beach Hotel, Ridge Royal Hotel, and a Senate Guest House, Nina Senate. They are one more the majority shareholding. Sa hotels they are performing well. Okay, because more performing well. Musika semni adie no ekoye. Now the struggling ones are enkoye no. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Elmina Beach Resort, and Buzua Beach Resort. In Takrade, Elmina, Ewo, Cape Coast, Central Region, and Buzua and so Ewo, the Western Region. Now, what are the key issues? The key financial facts, and it's SNIT as the majority shareholder, okay? I mean, from a year December 31st, 2023, SNIT I invested in all these hotels. And Oshe hotels ni nyina no Oshe de Nana Kwame de atusia one offer a year La Palma in the last 14 years, okay? 11 out of the 14 years and nya de a wo motimi a make profit bia, okay? Dividend wo mo betua de ma wo mo shareholders wo mo ntimi entua bi, okay? Profitability averagely profitability no 6.7 million Ghana cedis. And no cranny the few years wo mo timi enya. So what it means is that consistently womo eboka womo ntimi en declare bibia. Ohwe Elmina Beach Resort and so 9 out of the 14 years they've never made any form of profit. Jamaica not yet.
9 out of 14 years.
Yes, and for the past 9 years womo ntimi declare profit bia. Dividend want me and declare profit won't mean to your dividend, okay?
And a management in it all.
Ose
and those who are managing or
and that is it. Now, minimal profitability, negative. I mean, return over equity. And I mean, equity person who crashes there is no returns on we investment in that particular hotel. Now, you come to Buzua Beach Resort, 9 out of 14 years, they've never made any profit. Okay, the last times on Mutimi year, 32,000 Ghana cedis profit, and on Mutimi make here. And also the worst performer so far. Omo cry the omo situation in Yakra, and that is it. But young Kosoro. So these are things we need to know about it. Now, total net spending on the 3 struggling hotels amount to 233.8 million Ghana cedis. No returns on equity. And shares dodua. I mean, SNIT in that particular hotels, those particular hotels, omo invested to the tune of 233.8 million Ghana cedis. Yet, every so okay, no returns on equity, no loan repayment. And a loan hotel. What it means is that SNIT at this point, loans they are not able to pay because hotel no make profit bia. Okay, then over a year the profitable ones are Labadi, okay, 2 years making. Over 2 years out of the 14 years are not making losses. The remaining 12 years, if we are using the 14 years as a base for the argument, the remaining 12 years, Labadi Beach, it may declare profit. Okay, dividend payment in dividend payment averagely. What it means is that averagely every year they pay 80 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. Okay, so in the last 10 years, profitably, one more etimi and make profit. I mean, in the last 10 years, consistently.
Labadi Beach Hotel.
Okay, so that is what it is. Now, return on equity, 5.2%. So clearly, what it means is that so a shareholder every year at least you are getting about 5.2% of a year dividend and then return on investment yes. And Labadi now Labadi Beach paid 48.1 million in dividend over the last 5 years. In 2024 alone, Wamutia 80 million Ghana cedis. Like they made 80 million Ghana cedis profit.
Yeah.
And see, make you profit, what it will be free more.
Yeah.
Or profit. Yes. Then you now decide, say, okay, out of the 80 million, maybe 30 million. be reinvestment. Now it be a 50 million machedi ama me shareholders. So that is what it means. Now in 2023, dividend Wamutua Enkwa was 8 million Ghana cedis. Okay, and another 8 million expected in 2024. So clearly, it tells you, say, they are really doing well. What it means is that, I mean, woman was kakra, woman kasabet miasa reinvested, wabra woman confess kebia and free baby. Now, so these are key things, SSA yetimi day, and the background to a young coma.
Because of time, you know,
yes, just
a minute.
A minute, not memorable for this.
You know why and Yamawi na akosono? Because you're the Senate sika near partisan politics. You're the Senate sika. Me esika. Your companies JJ. No mutuya ma Senate. 95.1. Say Appiah Kubi. Or call retirement. Nasa or tenefia. Sika nketinketi ebeba odbehwe no ho bra te so odbewu no. Sa sika no. You're the year politics because a free money. It comes in all the time because say you're the sika on. Na unyan semono so me pese me invest ka na e bebre se na be ya amanfo no kwa homgye mu a betumi amomo sika dodo momo di omo ato mo a therefore investment bebre na wa ye no ebi wo no ma akoka enwurem amba back adan na the same adwuma no hotel no ebi si north it is making money ebi si south it is not making money now what's now what so for the past 9 years, you know, they are not making any money. Now to 5.1. It is because you can't have free money. And you know, or investing now should be amba and form. And I don't hold anybody accountable. Because Kwame, me no nim. Abain ba abain ko. Obi to me, Eden sub boss needs came na ojina court me boa. You need to court to say about for sape about for never so the case, you know, me person met to asubi. Nasi kanaka. I can't with him. The reason is that yet the Senate sika, yenye sika no, yet the sika no partisan politics. That is the reason there. All these things are going on. So in your partisan politics in the area, and come on for do no sika, do monsa boss in this came on dino. And by this time, ye jelly a man for years, can be a jetia. And Casanta Muna and Coso. Be ye Juma or your manager of a hotel. Hotel no air boca, no zero, or zero as a manager. Obiam Pamano. They be all quite you make me quiet no. Menyeska. No man saw some another sika. Then they will invest. They will for 9 good years.
Oh, that Roma. Nyakra no. You could musa. Aye.
Maminti, my chance every baby Kwame this year.
Say asema Kwame kan di say ne nyina na waka ko wie. Ghana ha no say nyame ya wadom na ye fa wadwuma mu a. Say ubetimi o. Say adwuma no wuntimi o. Se wuhunu suo se wuhunu suo dene pa se ye beyi wase akonwa
okay
esane se ekwan ye fa so a ye de fa enkrofo ewa adwuma mu no no kwasem dene se ye beyi omo afiri adwuma mu minua bash na timi nchen bashiru na ti hei obehunu se ewo one particular government institution you know se enye se ebia from 1960 ye nya Mr. Kafra Mr. Bash. Mr. Bash. 1. By 1970, no called retirement.
Yeah.
Mr. Bash 2, and I said Peter Wonders. I called retirement somewhere 1970. No, or neba abesheho. 1990, no, the bonus called a retirement. The bonus of the also neba bad abesheho. And to bonus a juma bacono. One particular family, no, or dimua equasi say. Yesu beba. Say nipa ne betimi ayedwuma no o, say ontumi nye o. It's another factor. Number 2. Empempen so ye du a, ye tonton adwuma slot. E wo say utua ka na ye fa wadwuma mu no. Eno so no emma obi akwanya emma sabi o te hokra endra just yesterday. Abrante bia me ne di nkomo. Ya fa no wadwuma mu. Ena won a mo hye na se no. ye yamnasem anaso mu ye enema emfata me bisa say enema ben na emfata almost mu ba adwuma mu ho mo na they want to get rich opeso mu nya sika putupurumara ana osi kwan no say na ne subordinate no ne ma me say ni anti bi e wo head office ana wo fa phone afre no hemasa me ba na e che ho no so one jai threat na wo ye be yi wadi then our partner no aban institution no a me mpese me budin e wa wo na me che no etubo hu se mpem bebre won a ye fa modwum ekwan boni a ye fa so e de fa modwum ebi wo ho true politics NDC MBP CBP PNC ya fa modwuma mu se metumi yo se me ntumi yo metim sa suban emma Ghana ajapade bebre esai me famani pe enkowie senate so me kan sa no a me ka akowie metro mass enso so your transport system in Ghana and amene o kasai bra konagres STC long buses to me call long journeys ni na no ni na ya ground ni na
95.1
call metro mass head office on akɔhwɛ ade buses I say body no atiapo just that ebia engine anaba bi pe na asa ya ye betumi asiesie se enko long journey kura no a ebia nkran ha in Accra kosi dodowa to maybe senchi ebetumi ase adwuma no ni na ya ground no what adwuma mu a no bia tam aban bribi atonwadi a clear example is Metro Man some years back etiane some paying for to turn buses am ye kwachi bi wo somewhere around Kintampo area mu ho ade na esi se oman ade na ekọ ye the rounds anase pex esha square hole mu emwayen emie ntumi no pempen so a wo se ade yeduo se oman eba ne say na Labadi Beach Resort it will make 80 million SS me can say almost a year's profit to SS profit under La Palm Busia any a friend is saying Elmina Eddie amount on Tom Pansam and come here dia Mr. Speaker and the management no ewo La Palm no and ye mom so and taking over those other resorts no nanka ne omo ye wo La Palm no Labadi no yentene bi nko La Palm Busia any Elmina say ebi motumi ebi wo ha no mo dia ade na mo ye ya etumi gina because last time we call Labadi no bra owura mu a obaka se wadu abrochiri first on La Palm so tio na eba ne sen ene adu sam pempen so a yadu yi hwe embre bi atwam Bashiru na Ghana Airways omo amanu mu kasa egu wiye no omo am confession managers to be tam a whole flight ne nko no de ko Nigeria akwajira ne san ba na ajo ye do na say na ben some years back me te bus when you be no see me see e on say me fioti me ko tena Osamu and me ko me kurom ye do somewhere around Peki area mu ho no na payin bi a ono so ye adwuma e wo Osamu e ka che driver ne say on ko sin woni fie hwe do me go bus mu o ono kwa one person no bus no enda no ho emfa ne kof enkosi fie de say the private car otim enye si ani na ye dene atu ye no gu no so a anka aban bus a de ekọ oti no ho a wo wadu kuro mu a wunsi nko bus no ensan na no nkosi wo bobo no ansa na akobik san say oye pahin ewo a friend say osa na me for say Ghana no ye do pempenso bi say ye ina de na mbesi fam
Zando now see for one.
Oh, Speaker, now you are me kind. I don't pempenso bi a I was saying na de na nsi fam ni hwe kwanya ye fa so efa nipa ewa dwuma mu enye saa kakra na aka ye nsam no ebetete apansam
Better say Bashiru Baji.
Speaker.
Yes,
time ninchi, I would leave the pleasantries and go straight to a topic na ye come once.
Now Speaker, only be. And now me no can say.
Me too.
And now me no can say. NDC the big back by a friend
Only FM 95.1.
Yeah, point what to board be asked when I say the more appointment. You need to follow that appointment. You need to make sure say that code of conduct. You need to make sure say that code of conduct no. With me DHR. Na near what code of conduct no. Also with me DHR. So person will check up. Am I up?
NDC and that's a buying a
diaba.
Okay.
A buying a diaba. So everybody should follow that code of conduct.
Okay.
And as I make a menu happen, team in chair haka say office be na near your leader or hono or person or de in your mapa and atintin ye eba office in the mununti. Obi atina baby no command and say where me ba inti one shiny year, one casobelo so job. The code of conduct that government in Diabano, we do not accept that kind of act. Inti, don't be a spectator in this matter. Be a citizen. Seek the conscience of the person. Naka neyenti, so that we can deal with the person. That is the only way this country can grow. Say the new market, we see men can, why nenkoka? Mamunja my journalist for no komunka. Mama yes yen kabi, yen kabi. And this is one of the things that I cite with the former president. Say, see something and say something. So if somebody is engaged in such a conduct, why would him say, enye adepa, emma or mine puntu enkoso, and say report it. Then ye debate ni pakrono, near the ayeno. So I say, brother, please, Peter, Miss Rao, seek for the person's conscience and let's report that person. Now, Mrano and Fanindi. Now, anything same can you see? The echoes in say, I don't know why anytime say you can say I buy a DNA. That means that they have to be rot in that particular sector. They have to be mismanagement in that particular sector. But when they are combining maybe public, private, now DNA costs it must not be so. And I can say competency must be called here. All the time, no, I say who say competent people must manage our institutions. So anyway, you know maybe Ghana access the brain. I would say it is because our people are appointing to those sectors. They are not competent enough. So when we are competent, then they intentionally run down those institutions. We have gotten to a time I say sound conform. We put them to strict attention. Wo. And I won't breast where are you? So we have to do this A, B, and C to you. We don't just have to allow them say, time be a wabe ye woko into a 7 fan asemunko. What is Kabia and why you mismanaging beer? STC. It was nearly sold, right? It was nearly sold. Vodafone, Kwande Omoton. And you may be brave. Oh, I will gonna ha. Ye tuntom the basabasa. Speaker, we have to speak loud and loud for people to hear. And no, say, people that are competent must manage those institutions. Now you see, any government say you don't need investors and that means that your government cannot run well. Even you as being the supremo of your economy, I don't know how China has gone so far now. But then they also need investors to invest in certain things. Now investment when you introduce opacity in investment or buying idea, that is where people complain. Other than that, anywhere you go, even yourself, speaker, what's now with TV3, on your FM, Media General, if you get investment to expand more and more and more, when your investments, investors don't be expanding media station, you go for it. But in that sort of opacity, that is where the issues comes up. So today, as we speak, I can say, we can go ahead. Let's look for the investors. Then they should invest in it. Then we pay key attention once we are not going to sell it, because some time ago you say now La Plan Beach now or making profits. Krana who said they were making profit, they were good, and they wanted to sell it. It was done in a pure opacity. No bianim near cost. Today that person or say or president didn't no person or person or government property relating to conflict of interest obi or tia buy mu no some person or to government property. These are some of the things I can want them. Now, and then one who say some of the rest of they introduce some investors to come and manage it. I think it's in the right direction. We can go that way because investment there and you are the bonnet. Obia person be investor, you can come and invest in it.
Now, are they more assertion ahead of last year? No assertion.
There be this one. Somebody is investing in it. Obi person, obi investment in it. And I'm gonna say obia entry investment. If anybody is coming to invest in your business, the person is coming to grow your business. But we are saying that if it is done in opacity, say obi huni ekoso ho, eye mini nyina de, some would declare for anybody to see. That is where the loud voices come out to against it. Yeah. Members of even Senate Nankasano, they did not even know executives of Senate Nankasano. No munim say Sala Plan Beach any resort hotels, no, they wanted to sell it to Brana Champo. No money. So how opacity was it that Adia mimi wom binu minimu insem but omo koton Adia no?
How did you know some members of Senate they did not know? What members of Senate are who am I refer to?
I mean the omo leading members of Senate omo share Senate who your man who asem no.
Yes, know. But clearly the board was aware.
No, the board
no took decision.
The board being aware does not mean that it was open for everybody to know.
But in terms of corporate
and don't forget.
In terms of corporate governance, you need the board to make a decision.
No, but this one belongs
to senior management staff, including managing director crowns or board. So apart from them, no.
Don't forget, sir, Senate Sikano. It belongs to some deprived people. Let me use the word deprived for the lack of a better word. Let me use the word deprived people because most of them. Ebra won't mean near Juma yin, and I won't mean near Juma Biano. What drew 60 year, what call retirement? No, these are the people Yakase, Senate.
And not in a labor unions in our reps, our Senate board.
Exactly,
and that's the constitution.
So that doesn't mean, say board no coach no assembly go against the interests of the large public now. Young question yet, there be. That's not how it's done. That is why sometimes a board make a fair decision. But when it comes to the open space against it, or more against this idea now, that means that they have to reverse it. Even though the board has the right to make sure, say, they would take decisions on behalf of the people. But when your decisions in favor the people, the large community now, that means that it has to be reversed. That is the power of the people. Like I can't want them. Inti, say, oh, yeah, no kukuomu. What did it yet to send an MP one day and your way in it might have been like I say and be Kurana the papa, but putting it into that opacity, not letting people know about it, that is where the worry comes in. So once they are going in,
you people condemned it, say and the papa see a bembank
on condition.
Which condition?
The condition was that it must not be in opacity. Mama, I'm fan shake fan Tom money pabako. How the idea then can so born to mama obia who say idea ya born to mama will be on the Moses a bit no conditions no ebe fitting near board ne peno no more their mano. But then in the issue of Brana Champono and to my ben or born when are we journalists how many times did you hear it?
See for mammy.
It's in the can say we have never been against any issue of obedi nisika ever investing in any company. Oh, yeah, say if you have a company, that's a person will be investing, you are going to expand that company. But when you start to do it in opacity, one person will come against you. And that's what we are saying. So once we know, say, the people in authority has come out to say, we want your friends, I sort of friends, Lapam. If you want to do that, it is open. Obianim. In fact, this is the early stage. They have not even started any documental work. But wow, what I win him. Brana Champon, did you know it was at the verge of Omode man who say Kele Willie, who got Joma, who got to Kele Willie, and wants to sell goods to papers to Jaw Adamano. That was the point. Omode man who say Kele Willie, and who say no. Now, Adabia Concumo and Cosui.
Dr. Ramsey knows a Bremo Mamma.
Speaker,
Magic,
my watching.
May you also know Pombo Cordia.
Yamiadum, Ejina Pinting Empire.
Speakers.
My order. Many more, my Besha more and Nanopai. Now, Mechia or Juma Phony now more on your FM. And I come in the team doing a yeoman's job for Ghana. Speaker Micha also, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, Senator Sam, dear, I think that we have to look at it from the basics. Osha total workforce, Ghana, we have about 14.1 million. Now, Osha, the contribution to SNITA is only about 2.1 million of our workforce that contributes to SNIT. So, indeed, there is a huge gap, huge deficit to talk about it. And you know, Mr. Speaker, so Osha in some way, given this data alone, that should be a worry. That should even be the foundation of our argument in the first place, that SNIT is not performing well. Osha, your labor force now, we have a huge informal sector. If you have leaders manning the affairs of SNIT that are visionary, that are competent, and indeed understand what policy formulation is and how to use policy to be able to rake in revenue and attract all these informal actors, this is what we should be talking about. Because and then Kase SNIT and Nisika, Yankase at least krano out of that 14 million of our workforce, no, and called Amutuminya 12 million womukra. I'm sure said they would have excess money to be able to mitigate a lot of these revenue shortfalls and even invest in other sectors, real sectors of the economy, to me absorbing these shocks and in terms of losses from their various hotels. But Speaker, my referee said we're talking about losses spanning for a period of more than 8 years, right? And you know, it is not a surprise. Sir, SNIT is underperforming like this. And it shouldn't be a surprise, sir. At a particular point in time, a politically exposed person wanted to acquire these assets through opaque or dubious means. Mr. Speaker, as a country, the people have had enough. We need honesty from people that hold sensitive positions in this country. And we are talking about the marketing of SNIT for the SNIT hotels for the purposes of what? Investments, right? Now, how are we going to go about it? Is it going to be through sole sourcing or open tender? And our open tender now, Mr. Speaker, we've seen how previously, you see open tender means, and a politically exposed person was pushed in there. We need more transparency when it comes to these matters. Media, it is not wrong for any private equity investor to take their capital.
But look, you're a businessman. How do you get an equity investor at the point or shares or person who putting it out, you know, the person becomes a minority shareholder? Again, how much are you selling a share? And how much do you intend to rake in terms of revenue from shares who release it, so that to me any the needed capital for the investment are open.
Mr. Speaker.
And why is the better shares no abra when him say obey minority shareholder?
Mr. Speaker, every investment is strategic. Your private equity investors are more distressed companies, and then they buy it, right? They do their SWOT analysis.
But we also on your outright sale.
Well, or better shares, yes. But make us say, in investing that money and in buying that shares comes with some conditions from the investor, right? And I'm sure, sir, a lot of investors they look for distressed assets to invest in, and then when they invest in, they bring in some form of management on the table. They do not become dormant investor. To say Jimmy Sika Nafakoye Juma, drew the end of the year, Manyami shares, and then there's a rollover. I'm sure, sir, any reasonable investor who wants to invest in these hotels would want to also be part of the management team and even the board, so that there will be some form of transparency and they will understand how their monies are being used for. I am not against that aspect. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, if it was left with me alone, Krano, SNIT should not be part of even the management of these hotels.
Okay.
SNIT should only invest its monies in it, and we should get competent people, right? The management should be independent, devoid of SNIT's interference. Yehu idea see ewo Chrome Hanum against Ghana Airways. That a particular point in time, crash airline no, ewo flight to the US na say 2:07 a.m. Yes, see minister be anase penifo be buy anti delay. Mr. Speaker, me buana.
Now, on funny sir, now you also attempt the whole friends say Boeing Echo Nigeria just for a party. No, Simon also you can say.
Aha. You know, we've seen it. Our Oman we say we have misused, right, the privileges of being in certain sensitive office and influence the operations of our SOEs to the point say omunye profitable. What did they make? Let us ensure say all these government institutions are more and SNIT no. You film and they become what private equity what partners and not managing partners.
Okay.
There will be less political interference. There will be less interference from all these government agencies. And then Kasano, previous administration conference to mitigate or to cut down transport costs or the cost of the conference. No. Now, the conference na akwashe kwehu. Ewo baby ho. Mr. Speaker, Omaya sebi yesu say ye nisika. Nkrofu bi beso mo ye conference wa Accra. Agencies no wa Accra. Mr. Speaker, you transport hundreds and thousands of people all the way to Kwehu in the name of what?
Okay.
Say party here scan na said there. Mr. Speaker, the American say SNIT today is not doing well as far as attracting a lot of these informal sector workers. No, yen share senior ye betimenya competent leadership to man the affairs of SNIT so that omubetimi the policies are bar. The informal sector would also be brought into the formal scheme.
Okay.
Which I say, and then it can be able to help SNIT raking a lot of revenues. Now we're looking at other investment. I'm doing says SNIT betimaya honjuma, and now we share Kwame Appiah Kubi. He brought the Black Star liner. Today Ghana is an import-oriented economy. I think, sir, the time has come for SNIT to also look into that aspect. Sir, I'm to partnership with a company. Betimanya a huge ship. Ye betimi edi ye koko krano bi to koko na ye Ghana ye ship ena edi ko amanoni se obi kranya ma ba se ye importers na kranya ma ba ye Ghana ship ena edi nema no beba. I think said this aspect of investment may come wasem no, it would also rake in a lot of money for SNIT than even these hotels. Ebeya hotels na ya kan wasem no, over 9 years you are not making profit, please, then you better do something with it. It's either say you better change management, no, and now say we go back to the drawing board and iterate the business model in which the hotels are running with.
So on the budget now. 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, budget say media no kwasem ne say Miraho ne say minim asem papa bia ye ba be ka kire yen. Ne say anka
ade ne kra yenyan kan
make kasa wi obehunu ne me bia make kozi akowie. Esan say bosha hodo bebre ya hye gina no sabi akoye lip service. Bashiri otu akro oya we onu kwaje tumu say akoye lip service.
There be menjin tum.
Obra mahamba be hye ye bo. Ye nyina de anije ekoto obama no say oba no stress free fees or the bar
95.1.
And the pay a minute here can acquire Rob Peter to pay Paul.
I didn't hear.
Yantia make us say make a bar Make up. Look, and the player menuka say or children the best son, and I say we aim the best son. As I'm speaking now, University of Education Winneba. Oko hono a class of 99. Enipa 3. Partner anya sa a friend is saying a fees no. Now munya I think 2,372 Ghana cedis no munya. Now when himself fee bozo no Ghana scholarship, Ghana government scholarship no say twenty. What him say?
Yeah, then.
Yentia.
Ghana government scholarship under which agency?
Both a friend is saying Metisa no come Metisa say get fund here.
GNPC 4B get fund.
Get fund here
scholarship secretariat.
Scholarship secretariat number. What one answer no message say?
Na no my I don't just.
Me say you came one. Oh, what one answer no message say?
Me I wonder payment.
Me say me campa.
Payment from the secretariat. Any buying to meet delay. The fact is that
message a catcher will say
it doesn't mean
so here will control you know one get over 100 you know one qualify and I'm telling you that I feel you know on the authority said obi any one onya ya mo bia
the scholarship near the more there are conditionalities it's home for failure
condition then condition I didn't condition me
but your show was standard.
Me chase into Ghana and to be follow within. Ghana will be follow within their conditions. So kind of something Ghana from north up to south, east and west, or be follow within. What to on here said message say. One to me and pass it on way, or be out to I said message, you know. Go and check. And you know, your terms secure say echo hand more. Here the call no stress free. No stress free ameno ka ho asem yikura no until this morning no enipa me inside class of 99 no nipa 3 pen e dey
how do you confirm this how do you
me the nyame say we are aware say me lecturer me the nyame say we are aware
na so on say dey o yi
say me lecturer me be ho na me ko me ya me degree ho na me ya me masters ho na me ya me PhD ho so me the SRC president enti me twifa phone efre ehunu
and our phone afraid offer dean of student and I offer pro vice chancellor and vice chancellor
me and pay me be so say ban temper me betena afrikiko and I'm friend lecturers and I'm also calling to students in their class a conference call me to be that cell phone so information was sending mommy from students
and I'm okay just and no stress free
and I'm make sure say a class of 99 only pa me and some penny am my trust ka etua mo Mr. Speaker, eti budget ayade ba no edi embiom na ebe ka kire yen.
Okay.
And as someone now say then take the day what is coming. And ebe yi a me na ukan kura no. Hwe. What the ka kire say ai Ghana adwumayefo Ghana aban adwumayefo. Omusika ntum akodu 9% and 10% kura o. Well me yen hunu. Say bio budget e ba no. And near mobile to so, near my bateso, then you about to see you. It's like 20% now that so now we're at 9%. Until I said, man, for bank, and now I become yate. Over the washing and boss say, Uber ye, however, free and so. Uber ye, how many be ye free over our 4 hour my school or my summa joan, ya dear to. Now, fair dear, Uber ye a scholarship no free, now the questions no stress free. Now, say more is a mount. Say the ejina hono mo a baby ejina na ye ejina ejina me kire say me de me hu ne ode ba no me hu ne ti hu ne nan na obi say me nkoma dwene a meka say de lip service
okay better say Bashir
Bashir kwa ya we asa me ka ya we ya we o te kwa hwe on say ne phone o tu njai phone nto ko ya we say me ka na ne kure me ni ma sa fura Bashir beka me tie no
Bashir ba me ntio
speaker I say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or your lip service. Let's be fair in our discourse. And Minya Peter or your lecturer, I know he does. In fact, baby, I'm Professor Audrey. Why a lot of research, and a research now. I believe he does not do biased research. Or your researcher, in order for that research, ebe catch the attention of the people, he goes in to do a non-biased research. Sana ese we hear radio station ha, so that we can know that we don't sit on only this radio station.
Bash.
What them Mr. Wa. President gave a litany of promises. What for Philippi? In fact, the last one, and not amount for a boy can want some ye the day on home, excuse me to use that word. Any the LIR to stop people from mining in the forest no. Currently as we speak, our parliament can want some be year free system no. That was one of the promises Maya before we came to power. His Excellency John Dramani is fulfilling that promise gradually. See now, me bisa the culture say we abolish taxes be. Taxes in the abolition as a abolish. The culture say be two assembly members. Ye two assembly ye two more and I see in two more. Job creation 1 million coders and so on so. The culture say be ye na say ye. Sab betting tax na ye ka say be ye. Ya na say anye. The culture say in 14 days, President Mama will appoint the cabinet ministers now. And he will appoint a number of ministers. I think 54, right? Ministers. And then I can say
Moka 60.
60, good. And then I can say we are the ministers on 16. But we are working because currently as we speak, at you be free. Currently the ministries are still there, but the government is working. But then, currently as we speak, the government is working with 58 or say 56 ministers, and you see the government is going in the right direction. Musa Dankwaye and research, Okache say. The government, the people in this country, almost say the government is going in the right direction. No feel stress I can once me. We are in this country and these enlightened students. See now, Anka may catch us say if it was true, say they're not getting a music, Anka by this time, parents will be complaining. We're from saying students in Ankasano maybe a binukra tweet or platforms and I push information for platforms. But today as we speak, at any happen AC. You see, it's a process. Now, to say you say students need be just 1 month no more admit. So as for them, they will pay their fees and the government will come and remit them. Then no say enkoso. Even when they roll it out. So you know at the same time. Look, some of them are there. The way they even apply the term no kurane intimi ye me nua bi ka kire me say oni Ghana card ayera intimi apply for, and the thing you use Ghana card to apply it.
But do you have to apply?
No, you have to. That is no, but your name has to be in a system for data to be captured.
No, but I mean,
I was applied through student loan trust fund.
Realistically,
it's not student loan.
Realistically,
they have their own secretariat.
Menya admission at the University of Ghana. Okay, the total number of freshmen.
Yes.
Our more Eco University of Ghana. The school has the data. And once of the data am buying.
Oh yes, sir.
Last time I chose okay. Yes, sir. Students from examination hall because school fees are dry.
Oh yes, sir. Debbie. Oh yes, sir. We made a mistake.
Where's
a mistake? Because somebody can get the admission, but only per on call. So if the school is sending that data, which means that all the data be over bloated and I bear less. Obit my admission uncle.
You register.
No,
of course, register some.
It doesn't matter. Somebody even can go and register. Now we're free home. Somebody can go and register. But then when you have paid the school fees, no, Obianum say, what school fees? So if someone cost school be crab your man, you remedy with cigar as the amount. Obian doka, school beyond for cigar. So if you say the automatic entrance, no.
Now it's
yes, now automatic entrance, no, say, oh, Koswana koye. It won't work that way.
So our students now correct.
So into our students, you put your name on it. Say, oh, you are on it. Who was school? Then they will start to remit you on that. When you know your scholarship, I will come once me. Look, go and ask Honorable Erica J. His office is giving all the scholarships. So which one are you talking about?
Erica J.
Erica J. office.
NIP.
No, Erica J. Ashanti Regional former Deputy Communication way. Asafo J.
Scholarship secretary.
He's giving a scholarship. Let me say, I am telling you, the office is giving scholarships.
Okay.
You understand? And that one too, who apply? If you apply, no more the amount. In fact, the next application on February. Person who student, I mean, such scholarship now. You apply in February. When we say be a portal, no be apply. So nothing of that sort is going on. Say way in cost, no school, no fee stress, no. Currently, it is happening. Promise the president, we cannot say we are fulfilling now.
Okay.
All of them, no, most of them, no. They who say what Timia and most of them out.
5 minutes na main.
Mr. Speaker, 2026 budget. What do we want to see? Indeed, Yama politics, SHP policies, not the other way around. And that is why our leaders look at short-term goals because of elections need their kicker home. But they do not put down transformational policies in place. Until that and we go back in circles. Now, what do we want to see? We have proposed a very key solution to our economic management. What we want to see is that they maintain their fiscal discipline and they should not spend more than 10% of GDP. That is, public expenditure should not be more than 10% of GDP. Oshe Sisia, the fiscal space in Ghana, a lot of businesses, Oshe in the UN Trade Conference report now, Ghana's FDI dwindled from 2020 all the way to 2024. And it was the lowest in 6 years under the previous administration. Why was that so, Mr. Speaker? Because your tax regime is so high. We want to see a reorientation of our tax calculation, our fiscal policy, that the government should tackle direct taxes more than indirect taxes. Mr. Speaker, direct taxes, obi ye juma on don't try income tax. A lot of corporates juma, they should pay their adequate fare of the corporate tax, so that sebi indirect taxes no higher no your top petrol was through your top goods and services na utumi hu say VAT was through and all other nuisance taxes now they should look at how to reorient the fiscal policy space no. That is what we want to see. Mr. Speaker, your mind where yenim say and then galamsey is an existential threat, and indeed if you look at the capital flow to the private sector now in this country now, the total national liquidity to the private sector is about 12%. We do not see a viable enterprise economy with such arrangement. Okay. We want to see a budget more liquidity, eco private sector, and indeed cheap soft loans. Mr. Speaker, I've always said that, sir, we cannot thrive as a country in the various sectors of our economy, especially the real sector of our economy. Sir, Ubekwako borrow at our banks at a huge double-digit interest rate. Mesra Abai said the next budget should tailor down policies ebetimi amal private sector not thrive, and indeed the Women's Bank, the promise of the Women's Bank.
See for mommy.
Impedifo say, if you want to empower a generation, women. You empower women. Mr. Abai, the Women's Bank or Modi Atu Honum, and they promised the women of Ghana. They gave only 15 million for the initial seed capital, which we know say 50 million. Intiminyashi Emma. Women's Bank.
No can say preparation.
And that
cannot be the capital for the startup, because already
if you say
capitalization for owning
200 million,
over 400 million.
And I make us say, Mr. Speaker, sir, 50 million is still seed. So we'll say it's 50 minus the rest. Okay. But we need to ensure that 2026 budget would cover a chunk, yes, all of it, so that young man, especially the youthful ladies, benya capital at their business. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at the Ghana now, in terms of job security, they're looking for what? The public sector. But we want to reorient our economy and ensure, we practice what we call an enterprise economy, so that the private sector will be what? The engine of growth.
No, thank you very much. I'm grateful for your time. But you don't set your topics and decide which ones you want to talk about. It's only 10 o'clock on the dot. Mame Nawasi once again, granting us the opportunity to enter your homes, your offices, your shops. Any baby, I would you baby. The show was produced by Nana Kwame Obeying Law.
Only FM 95.1.
Hey, and coming yanko for advertibia and come yo, Nansuni boy.
Aha! Woman ya advert no say Montomo wase. Ya bamon chain. That way dear, a door to door, shop to shop, and room to room, and new man I would turn a shower democrat baba tomao into hotels of way. Sassina boutique for ye baba bohu de rama saloons, microfinance, hardware materials for, cold stock for, plumbing materials for, all the sports tower town, supermarket, schools, filling station, and Nifa. Baby will be what the answer say. Obetie onia shopping time. Ewo ejuma so. Anopa nondu na pa hosimedia nenum 10:45 kwasi 11. Anase onia shopping time. Ewo efie enyumre no 9 apa hosimedia sa. Ekosi nonum. Baba dia say onia shopping time me. Wodi ho bejimu bi. Ni aton ni ma ya bo ho de wuredi ama. Onia shopping time. Ya ba wonchen. Ni abeye advert na e dia ma wo. Me patron yen kyeremu bi a. Fred 0243 868 184 0243 868 184. Onia shopping time at the town. I dead. Why you ready at that? On 95.1. Yes, that's right. This time around, you will go way back into time. DJ Mama scratching back with me and be get your dancing shoes ready. Power shut up, baby. Your Afro hairstyle, no. Se galanti bi na benyo. Se bass bi na be show. Get ready for this action. Onia throwback party. Ebaso 21st November 2025. Ewa Atomic Junction, Bayview Village, Hona. Onia throwback party. Aya big, aya mega. It's coming live. Mamadia, this time around, Didier. Won't miss it. Artists on the bill. Samini, Kofinti, Ophoria Ponsa. Kaisa tickets here, 200 Ghana cedis. Opa tickets, and also person G table. I will do Nasia. Dial star 928 star 12 star 2 hash. Anna, any other enquiries in Chechemubi or Yebiano, Fred 0243 868184. Anna 0546 063747. Nabuku for VVIP table. Brania Kakaya on your throwback party. Say kutu. Say back
to the left and right. Let me see your hand. Move to the left and right. Move to the left and right.
What's up? My name is Adam Go Get Him. I told me Adam Go Get Him. They did the Adam Go Get Him. And you are listening to Ijuma Juma on Unia 95.1. Let's go get it with my number one lady comedy star.